Alex ordered enough alcohol. It's one way to help
Yeah, and then this
Smart kid, yeah, but still a big screw up. Man, when I was one down, it was two up. I made do with, but there was only few of. Few friends, but a whole lot of shooters. I realized they couldn't do nothing to us, still one by one, man, they fucked the whole crew up. And then fuck push, y'all get them whole food chew up. Love how you came in the game and you changed it. Channeled the pain in the music and pop champagne with the same damn that you came with. You go the distance, if something is out of place, take your time and rearrange it. Just stay persistent, this shit is already written. All you had to do was claim it, dog, yeah. I made it, yeah. I saw what I wanted, I shot for the top and I claimed it, yeah. Look at me, mama, look at your son, he on the news, yeah. Did this for us, did it for me, mostly for you, yeah. All my life, we was down, now we up. Talk to God, tell him to fill my cup. I did it, I made it, yeah. I claimed it, hey, yeah. Wait, now they won't hit me for the hookup. See my name in the stars when I look up. Man, I caught a wave and I run with it. I'ma give it back when I'm done with it. Have fun with it. They lurking, they don't wanna follow me. They gon' call me the wave or the prodigy. I do what I want, no apologies. Do it till my dad say you proud of me. Searching for the racks, yeah. So I'm never home, but I see you when I'm back there. Shorty bird's at, yeah. You know where to find me. Woman in the trap, yeah. I try to tell them, no matter the obstacle, anything's possible. It's undeniable, inspiring you even when I ain't trying to. I did it, I made it, yeah. I saw what I wanted, I shot for the top and I claimed it, yeah. Look at me, mama, look at your son, he on the news, yeah. Did this for us, did it for me, mostly for you, yeah. All my life, we was down, now we up. Talk to God, tell him to fill my cup. I did it, I made it, yeah. I claimed it, yeah. Talk your shit.
Juice. Yeah. Yo, we back in this thing with DLL. Let's go. Just when you thought I was finished, I came with a stick and a plan to stay handle my business. I've been out of touch, I've been counting the digits, been busy not giving no fucks in a minute. I got a bitch, feel like I'm cutting the world whenever I'm in it. I'm already drippy, that pussy stay dripping, fucking with close, don't get no.
Say pick up the south and the east and the west, girl, them all me tongue and my sour friend, them. Say anywhere you see me there, I full squad there with me, and anywhere we there, it's woman in me favor. And if you want find it, right by the girl there, woman in me favor. Say if you want find it, right by the band there with me, I'm up there, can't stop there.
Caribe Hard Cider. Moments made extraordinary.
Expert lad, say big up the south and the east and the west, girl, them all me tongue and my sour friend. Say anywhere you see me there, a full squad there with me, and anywhere we there, his woman in me favor. And if you want find it, right by the girl there, woman in me favor. Say if you want find it, right by the band there with me, hand up there, can't stop there. Jamming on somebody, woman. Hand up there, can't stop there. Jamming on somebody, woman. Say, I see a police passing. I don't know what she thinking. Well, a lot of them people crazy. She pick out she phone and calling. I don't know what she's saying. Carry them people mad. But we just love the vet, let me vet, let me vet, let me vet, let me vet, and with no regrets. We come out of bed, let me vet, let me vet, let me vet, let me leave in here soaking wet. Tell them, say anywhere you see me there, I full squad there with me. I kiss and drinks with way, and woman in me favor. And if you want find it, right by the girl there, woman in me favor. Say if you want find it, right by the band there with me. Hand up there, can't stop there, jamming on somebody, woman. Hand up there, can't stop there, jamming on somebody, woman. I say it's a long, long time you feel like this, feel like this. I say it's a long, long time you felt like this, felt like this. Say we do not care what they think now. Lord, we are watching nobody thinks now. But we just love the vet, let me vet, let me vet, let me vet, let me vet, and with no regrets. We come out of vet, let me vet, let me vet, let me vet, and we leave in here soaking wet. Tell them, say anywhere you see me there, I full squad there with me, and anywhere we there, his woman in me favor. And if you want find it, right by the girl there, woman in me favor. Say if you want find it, right by the band there with me, hand up there, can't stop there, jamming on somebody, woman. Hand up there, can't stop there, jamming on somebody, woman.
Good evening. Good evening, Trinidad and Tobago. Evening and not afternoon, people.
Alright, sunset.
Only we live. Hera, only we live. It's your island girls with some new faces. I'm Crystal Kane.
I'm Katie C.
I'm Kemba Joe.
Only hear that, eh?
Yeah,
Say it again.
I'm Kemba Joe.
Indeed, indeed. Here now, guys, we are so excited to be back. We have a lot of newness. We know. But before we move on, let's just touch on the fact that, I don't know, I'm so filled with emotion right now. Season 2, Island Girl Talk. I just don't know how to... Ooh, how are you feeling?
Good. I'm glad to be.
You're glad to be here. Y'all feeling good?
Sitting, talking.
That 2 months take forever, boy. I don't know. It took forever.
Yes,
I was ready to come back.
I'm excited. I'm nervous, excited.
You're nervous, excited.
Yeah, like I was saying, it's like news means that something matters.
Yes. Indeed.
And it's new and it's great. So it's not like, oh my God, what's happening? It's like, oh my gosh.
Yes.
This is
happening.
Ladies and gentlemen, presenting new faces for Island Girl Talk. We have once more KTC in the house, who has been a regular on the show. She would fill in for our season 1 hosts, etc. And of course, we have Kemba Joe, another new face of Island Girl Talk. This is going to be the panel for season 2. I only could see the fit right in.
Right.
Guys, we wanted to have like some, for Island Girl Talk, we want to give as many women a voice as we can. And that entails bringing in as many women as we can. Different experiences, different walks of life, different perspectives. And that's what this idea is about as well. It keeps things fresh. It keeps things, juicy, and it keeps us on edge. You know what I'm saying? So we wanted to just include a lot more people in on the show. So in addition to Kemba and Katie, you're gonna see some other faces as well, and we'll do a little rotation thing. You know, if we following the foreigners, we following the foreigners.
We like
Right?
salt and everything.
Indeed, indeed. So I mean, how was your week? How is everybody going?
Apparently,
That
I roll wicked.
boy.
I roll wicked because no rest.
No
'Cause
rest.
no
rest
rest.
for the wicked.
No, not at all. It's
Oh,
been
gosh.
busy, but
Busy.
I've managed everything very well. And we're going to talk about so much more, but it's like, these are the things I have to do. These are the things I get to do. These are the things I want to do. And I'm just my little to-do list.
Yeah.
My little schedule.
And I know you have it to do it because, guys, Kemba Jo is a single mom as well.
Yes.
You know, so in addition to doing it all, and she does quite a lot.
Yes.
She also has a little one to take care of.
Well, not so little now, but
Not so
I
little.
mean, big.
Did he celebrate his
little
birthday
enough?
already?
No, not yet.
Not
That's
yet?
coming up. That's
Oh,
coming
okay.
up. We have my sister was chatting and she's like, "Oh my gosh, can you believe he's turning?" And I'm like, "Shh, lower your voice."
But can we ask
So
though?
we're not going to speak.
Okay,
about
we will talk that after. We shall talk
Just
that
put it
after.
this way: black don't crack, brother.
Black don't- hey, you're damn right.
And there's no cracks. I'm
No,
seeing
you're
it up
damn
close.
right. Not a single cracker. Not a
You're too
That's
good for
a
my
single
ego.
crack.
So my week has been it's been busy but good. I'm really excited to be here. Shout out to the
We're excited to
Island
have you
Girl
too.
Talk family and O.U.R Radio, of course, making it all possible. I'm just really excited.
We're
Like,
happy to have you.
I'm gonna be as calm as I can.
Buzzing off the stage,
She's
she's like-
trying to tone it down,
Yeah,
you know.
she's like-
But she is so excited.
I really am.
Tell them about when I call you now.
Listen. I was so grateful. I was sitting down
I know.
because she said, "Hi, you know, my name is Crystal. I'm calling from very, very professional." And I was like, in my head, I was like, "Is this happening? Is this?" And we'll talk so much more as the season goes on. But being part of IGT feels like a huge accomplishment of mine.
Aw.
And yeah, just. I'm gonna cry.
cry. Okay, no.
No,
This is February, boys. We cry.
These lashes
Yeah,
lashes are lashing right now. So that was my week. How was your week been?
Very hectic, prepping for the show, of course, as well as, you know, I have some gigs coming up, but as always, my case, and prepping for some stuff coming up in the middle of the year. So things had to be stinging and things had to be put in place.
Yeah.
I like that.
So just busy with all that, and I'm just glad that we've started, because the anticipation is really what messes with your mental, you know. But once you start, that's, you know, what it is. But, you know, Katie, before we continue with that, how was your week?
You're done.
My week? Oh, so
You're
far.
finished.
So far.
You made it.
Not really, not even. So
Oh no.
I am in what I like to call hell week in school.
Oh gosh.
So like we're in finals. So like we had 2 presentations on Monday. I had a debate on Tuesday. Tomorrow I have a presentation for physics. I have a journal submission on Friday. But this is the last week with everybody in the entire faculty in my year group. But I do have summer school.
It never ends, boy.
Starting next week. But it's practicals. It's intense. It's every day from 9 to 4.
Ooh.
I'm doing volleyball first, and then I'm doing swimming after.
Oh yes, it's physical therapy,
Yeah.
so a lot of fun
Yes,
stuff.
a lot of physical stuff.
Okay.
I'm
Right.
really excited for that, because I though I love the water, I panic. Once you start to
Guilty.
reach waist height, because you know your girl is like 4'11", well 4'10.3".
Vertically challenged.
I can relate. Learn to swim, but the minute you can't feel
But the minute my foot starts to
Yes.
doggy paddle,
panic mode.
panic mode. So
Right.
I heard the lecturer, he's also my biomechanics lecturer, he's a wonderful lecturer. I heard he's really good at getting people to swim and be calm. So I'm looking forward to it, because I really loved the water when I was younger. Unfortunately, I had a situation where I almost drowned, and that kind of...
Yes, pump the brakes and all that.
So yeah, but just like Kemba, I trying to...
sound effects. I love it. Yes,
just
babe.
like Kemba, you know, balancing everything, doing everything, trying to be superwoman, you know. But all this is going to just make us a better human being, you know.
Indeed.
I'm excited.
Indeed,
for
indeed.
Oh my god!
all
And this morning,
that the week.
sorry,
No, we
Hold on.
this morning.
And this morning, so remember, I have this physics project, right? I was in a wood shop, like sewing. Can the
Don't
people
make
see?
joke. Yes, put it up close. Oh,
Like sewing.
So carpenter.
Like very much. Who wants cabinets? Who wants
Yeah, you
coffee
can make a
table?
little table, a little chair.
Yes,
I
that
had to
is
stand
very
on the
cool.
paint bucket
I like
though,
to support
but
Don't worry about.
local.
Don't study that. Don't worry about that. You did it. And how many people could sew on a paint bucket though?
you know what?
Focus.
Balance.
There you go.
And so.
Focus. It's
There
that
you
core
go.
strength that you got there, girl.
So, guys, of course, if you're just joining us, we're your Island Girls, the new Island Girls for season 2. Of course, thank you to the cast of season 1, Nisi and Shona. All the best to you guys,
love
and I'm
to
sure
them.
they send their love and all of that. Who knows? We might see them bouncing in the future. You never know.
Yes.
That's how it goes.
The way that life twists and turns.
Indeed. But guys, we have so much in store for you all this season. Of course, in terms of events, we have Redemption coming up this Saturday.
Yes.
Right? For those of you who don't know, we took the show on the road, O.U.R radio, along with the other programs, and Island Girl Talk. We took the show on the road, covered a few of the events over Carnival season. We even did Tobago Jazz a week ago, which was
How was that?
lovely. Hey, all you see my tan or what? Wait, you can't see it. Look at it. You see the tan boy.
Well, she's
She
trying to
said
boy.
Tobago tan.
Something about Tobago though, it resets you
Yes,
up.
yes, it
I
does.
came back feeling a kind of energy coursing through my body. I felt really, really good. And then a lot of stuff happened after that, but I was lovely Kemba was quick to remind me that we are in Mercury is in
Mercury is
retrograde.
drinking the Gatorade again,
Yes,
yours.
I was not going to say
Mercury is in retrograde.
Who
But
drinking
also
Gatorade?
we have a full moon on Friday, and there's also an eclipse. So there's a lot of energy.
I feel we need an astrology segment, just for
Talk
you.
the things.
Just for you. Talk the things.
We'll make it happen. There's a lot
You
happening
see it
in the
happening
cosmos.
already, Katie.
A
You see,
lot.
new ideas are born while
like,
we
I
are
will-
live on the show.
Incorporated with numerology.
Numerology.
Yeah,
Numerology.
numerology.
That's really
Oh,
important.
you see that?
Yes.
Another new
I've been
segment for
seeing
y'all.
my
So,
number recently. It's
what's your
crazy.
number?
392.
Okay, that's like your number.
Like, yeah, it's just
Okay.
every time I need to make like certain decisions in my life, I see it all the time.
Wow.
Right. Yeah, it's important.
Wow, wow.
With all the energy that's happening, things are going on the fritz. People are just a little tense. All right? A little. So the deep breathing helps so much to stay grounded. Yeah, exactly.
Look, we have Jarrell Forbes saying Mercury is in retrograde.
Mercury
it
drinking
is.
Gatorade.
Yes, it
It's
is.
drinking the Gatorade.
You know what I mean? Giselle Fleming sends her love.
Oh, you know, yes, you do know.
Colin Agard says, Kemba Joe, Katie, wait. So what happened? Who's this Colin? He didn't see I hear what?
Well,
Colin, what's going on,
do
boy?
better than
Colin,
that.
fix it.
Fix it.
Fix
Fix
Colin,
it.
fix
Fix
it,
it
Colin.
fast.
Her name is Crystal.
Right. Fix it very fast, please. We have Fire Wolfman in the house saying, greetings, ladies. New lady, Kemba Joe, and everyone. Season 2. Let's go.
Let's go.
Indeed. Let's go. Let's go. So, guys, we want to thank you once more for joining us. Island Girl Talk at the new time, 6 p.m. We're trying a thing. We are trying a thing, right? We want to accommodate more. We ask the people have spoken. They, people who want to come home and settle in and listen to us rather than having to rush back to their work after the lunch hour.
trying to
maybe
get
log in,
Exactly.
turn on YouTube in their car because
He
traffic.
fixed it, by the
Because
way.
traffic, you know what I mean? So
Colin
we're
fixed
trying
it,
a
by the
little
way.
something.
Thanks, Colin.
You fixed it. Very
fixed it.
good. All right, Colin. Very
How's my
well.
boy Colin?
Kester Campbell says, good evening, ladies. Blessings.
Good
Same to
evening.
you.
Hello,
evening, good
Kesta.
evening.
How are you?
So I feel it's time
Don't
to
start,
get
man.
into it. It's time to get into it. But guys, before we do, we want to remind you all to like and share the live, please.
Like
All
and
you're
share.
watching is saying like
Like and
it, share it to your
Let me go do
stories.
that
Send it
myself.
to
Hold
your friends in WhatsApp. However you want to share it, share the live, please. We shall appreciate it.
I liked
and
it.
click that like button. All right. And remember, you can call us at any time or even WhatsApp us. Send a voice note, send a text. 466 for O.U.R. That's 466-4687. And for any up and coming artists who are looking at the show, feel free to email us your music. We play local music only. We support local, regionally too, but mainly Trinbago music. So send your music, of course, to music@OURradio.fm. Again, the address is music at OURradio.fm. We want to hear from you. We will play your music. It's guaranteed on O.U.R. Radio. Trinidad and Tobago's #1 online radio station. Yes, I said so. Right? We getting into it. Ladies, are you ready?
We're ready.
Things taken. We're ready.
Taken.
Right, so
We're ready.
So we're going to get into
But you didn't do
today's
it.
topic. What?
We're ready.
I know.
Oh, yes! Oh, you're rusty. I'm so rusty.
Shake it off. That's
Shake it
right.
off. Okay.
Shake it off.
Okay, we're ready.
Let's go again.
You ready?
We're ready.
And now, we commence! I cannot take on it. Our first segment of the day is of course, you see, only I'm tongue tied.
That's all right. That's all right.
I'm so excited. Right? But of course, the first segment of today is topic of the day.
Woohoo.
Right? TOTD, topic of the day. And what are we talking about today, y'all?
Who
child? Who child?
All of the worries of the world.
All of the worries of the world, huh?
We overthinking. Are you guilty?
Exactly.
Guilty.
We are talking about overthinking.
Guilty or
Are
honor?
you guilty of it?
I not even.
Oh, gosh.
Guilty. I not even going
If you look at the
I
dictionary,
feel like
you'll see
overthinking
my
is a
picture.
Yeah.
But then,
It's all the way down.
if you look in the thesaurus, my name is right next to yours, which is next to yours.
All right. All right.
This overthinking business.
If only
is-
want the synonyms of it, look, we're here.
Look, we're all
All right.
here.
So I'm just.
Kemba, Katie, Crystal.
Like,
No, that's
that you get. You
What's
see
better
that?
than
that one?
Somebody
3K.
make a joke in the chat room. There's like, so IGT is now KKK.
no, it's not.
Kemba, Crystal, and Katie.
We had to find a next
Oh,
one.
yeah,
I prefer
we had to
K
find a-
cubed.
I was about to say
K
what's better than one
cubed.
K.
I like
K.
K cubed.
K cubed. K
Or
cubed.
triple K.
Triple.
Triple
It's
K,
still too
K-
close.
Still too close?
Still,
Okay.
mm-mm,
K
still
cubed.
3K.
K-cubed.
3K is 3,000.
3 Ks.
3K. Ooh, I like that.
All right. 3 Ks.
Right.
I ain't mad at it.
All right.
I ain't mad at
I'm
it.
mad.
So, of course, overthinking. Are we guilty?
Are we guilty?
I
Well,
think we all
am
said yes.
guilty as charged.
We all said yes, but you know what? Change is possible.
We trying to change?
Acceptance
Yes.
I don't know if there's something that could
It
change.
is, but change is possible when we understand more about what overthinking even is, right?
Yes.
So let me give you all the definition. Overthinking is exactly what it sounds like, y'all. It's the act of thinking about or analyzing something too much and in a way that does more harm than good. Oftentimes, signs of overthinking are usually linked to mental health disorders like depression and anxiety. So all we mad. We mad about it.
No, it's
accept
not.
that.
You know, it's I don't call it madness. I call it just a different way of functioning. It's not the best.
This
not
is
the
not
best.
a fit in
It's
here.
just a
This
different
is
way.
madness.
If we're being really real, of
Different
course.
way
It's
of
not a
functioning.
fit in here.
Literally.
Go ahead.
Don't start, man.
Everybody mad. Hey, where we going? Where we going?
Focus.
All right.
Kitty.
Reel it in. Reel it
Yes.
in. We mad. We more than mad. Santas, where you go? Okay, Ollie, we need to stop. Let me continue.
That
Arima.
mental chatter, which is
Mental chat is the
right
first.
first type or what?
So we have, let me get into it. So
Right,
we
be real.
overthink. I want to know from the audience too.
Yes.
Are you guys guilty of overthinking as well? We know a lot of people tend to get into their heads. We tend to overthink. You're getting a little tip with somebody. You're there ruminating on the situation. You're overthinking it. You're thinking about it night and day. And this time the person down forget about it and moving on.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And next time you talk to the person, it's like, hey, how you going? And you thinking, oh my gosh, this person hates me. Person didn't hate you. You realize you spend all that time fussing,
Yes.
riling yourself
Yes,
up.
yes.
You know, it could be a bit much.
And that's you being stuck in the past, right? Because we would just kind of getting the feel of, I was saying, well, what's happening here? And it's two types of overthinking, right? So it's the overthinking that keeps you stuck in the past. And that definition is Kitty.
That's that is past event overthinking. So that's rumination of the past.
Ruminate, dwell.
You're
You're
dwelling.
You're tripping from the cutie pie.
Should I have said this differently? Should I have said this differently? What does this person mean? Their actions, you're overanalyzing their actions. And then you have future event overthinking, where it's analysis paralysis, where you actually so stuck on trying to make a decision, and you just keep thinking. You think that by overthinking you're gonna get legit
closer.
answer and closer, but you're not actually gonna get more information.
You literally just stay stuck. You're
stuck.
paralyzed because you're analyzing so much. You're stuck. So sometimes no decision is made.
Analysis paralysis. You're
That's
so
it.
stuck analyzing that you're paralyzed there. You know, so we could break it down for those of y'all who you know what I mean. It sometimes
literally
paralyzes you.
That's literally it. So I mean, based on what we were taking a look at, you know, it manifests itself in different ways, right? So mental chatter could drop you in, I think, either category. So you stay stuck in the past with the mental chatter. You can't tell yourself to think something because the more you try not to think about it, is the more it sticks around.
Tell the people exactly what mental chatter is.
Of course. So that's literally a whole conference in your head.
Listen,
Everybody involved.
Everything.
And it's just this constant noise. I feel
Going
like
back and forth,
and what
Tennis
if,
match.
and what if, and what if, and then
That is me. That is me. I mean, I don't know if to feel seen or attacked with this topic.
Sorry,
but
chose the topic.
I choose it.
She's like, this is my therapy segment.
Yeah, but at the same time, Chris, honest question: the chatter that you have, is it because you're thinking about what's to come, or you're thinking about what's
I have
happened?
a decision, and you all know about it. I mean, I don't have to hide. I have been grappling with a decision since last year. You know what I mean? You all know my job is abroad. I have to leave at some point, and I have to we have to put things in place with the show before doing so. So you know, there's always that I need to go, but I need to stay. I need to go, but I need to stay. And I've been doing that literally for a year. But I do think progress has been made, and the time may come when I will be able to do what I have to do. But I am. So
that's like the future. So that's not quite the
I'm
paralysis.
always thinking about the future.
Right.
I'm not so much ruminating on the past. What happens, what's happened has happened, and I've forgiven myself for a lot of mistakes I've made in the past. Like, I've done healing for that.
Learning lessons.
You understand? There you go. But I will admit, I am constantly in the future, and I literally have to put in mental effort just to stay in the present. You know, and just enjoy the journey and life. But I'm constantly living in the future.
Could I just add that overthinking and ruminating is actually pretty common? I don't want I don't want you to feel, or anybody to feel like, oh my God, something's wrong with me. It's actually very common, especially between persons between 25 to 35.
Yeah, well, when you think of the state of the world, right? At the end of the day, there's so many things that we just... And I have this conversation all the time. The world that we live in is not the world that we were prepared for.
No.
And then we went through a whole panini, and that just basically...
Was it grilled chicken with tomatoes?
I wish.
I cannot.
I really wish it was, but we went through a whole panini that just did not prepare us for life afterwards.
Because we're still trying to figure out.
Didn't prepare me.
We're still trying to figure out.
Yes. So
but at the same time, you know, it sharpened us. Fire. That's what fire does. It refines.
Absolutely.
You know?
It helped with resilience a lot.
Exactly.
For sure. Of course. And then continuing on, there are other things that could be considered as overthinking. It's mind reading, and that's reducing to the future. So it's or the past. I feel like it could be either one.
Yeah, I feel like it could be
depending
either one,
on
what
reading, meaning trying to anticipate what the person is thinking.
Yes, you're trying to predict or trying to read someone's mind because of something that happened
without actually asking.
Right, because apparently Calman now for your free psychic reading, Miss Cleo is who a lot of us, Katie full up, is who a lot of us try to be. Well, if I say this, they will say this, and you have this whole conversation in your head.
That is me.
Indeed.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, belt and big stone.
That is me.
Let's make the distinction though. Mind reading is a different type of overthinking from over-reading.
Correct.
You know, but before I want to ask you this though, with the mind reading thing, how do you treat with that? How would one overcome?
Open your mouth and ask somebody something.
Ask the question or focus on what really matters.
Open your mouth, because I almost feel like where it comes from, it's like this need to feel like you need to know, right?
Also,
just ask.
Also, I've learned that if someone does not tell you something is wrong, stop thinking something is
Ooh,
wrong.
Exactly.
Church on Wednesday.
Preach, girl.
Yes.
What is this, Bible study?
Bible study.
Bro.
Turn page to-
Preach.
No,
Psalm 27.
facts on facts.
Like, I understand that some people do have difficult times communicating, but it's not my job or anybody's job to keep pondering somebody, hey, what's wrong? If something is wrong, they would come to me. And obviously, I feel like people would know their friends, and I would know who I would need to say, hey, something's a little bit off. After some time, I'm not going to be
Yes.
like right away, like, what's wrong? Maybe
Yeah.
the person just having a bad day. People have bad days, you know.
This is true.
So don't just sit there in your head, or even go and ask them what's wrong. Wait for people to come to you sometimes.
Give that
Sometimes.
space.
Give them the space
Give
to
that
come
space.
to you.
So
We'll talk
basically,
about this
read the
another
room,
time.
just kind of suss it out.
But
Yeah.
you know what impacts that, and this will definitely have to be a topic. You see attachment styles, and I know that's a hot topic.
Love
Only that's
that
another
topic.
topic.
Yeah, it's a hot
Don't get too
topic
much
right
away
now. But at the end of the day, those are the things. Katie can't wait. Those are the things that impact whether you give space
So much.
or whether you
Yep.
worry about.
Yep.
Oh my God, what are they thinking?
Yep.
Da-da-da, and what if? No, let it rest. Let it go.
Yes, let it go.
Okay, right.
I
No,
don't- I
it's
don't
not
know.
Disney.
Anymore.
No, if I go, y'all, if I go,
Sing it, Kate.
let it go.
if I go, I can't come. There's just no telling
I
how
know
far
all
I'd
of the
go.
words, and I've never seen the movies because I teach kids.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So definitely those are the things, the mind reading and the overreading are different, but I feel like they're also connected.
Yes, but the overreading, like if something happens, like your mind goes into overdrive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'll give you all an example. I went on a hike Easter Monday, right, with some friends. I'm
She
sure you saw
survived
the
to tell you
Instagram. And listen, I know it doesn't look like that in the actual video, but for my short legs, I am only 5'3", y'all, and this thing looked like a gaping canyon in front
We're in
of me.
2023. We don't use the word shorts anymore.
Thank you. It's about how you feel.
We
Do
have
you
three
feel tall?
shorties here, but listen, I have
Do you
issues,
identify as tall?
My pronouns
I
are
certainly identify as tall with those heels I have, right? Your
Tiny,
pronouns.
whiny,
Don't
and
bring them pronouns nonsense
fun
here.
size.
But yes, so
That
we
can also
went
be a
on this hike, and my friends are tall, right? One I think is like 5'8", the other one is like.
I thought you were
close
going to say 5'5". Sorry.
to- No. Ease me. So we get to this part where they just leap over, and I'm like, what am I supposed to do with this? So I let my friend come back across, cut a big piece of stick so that I could balance myself. But listen, it was a mountain. It was not a hill. And it was not a trail either. We were slashing through bush. We were in the
my God.
forest.
In the forest.
All right, Oleisma, please. And they cross back. I have my stick, and I'm like, I cannot do this. I cannot. I started thinking, what if I will fall in that ravine?
What if I'm going to fall? What? And then the mind starts.
And then Lisa Marie, my friend who was with me, she's like, oh my God, Krista, hey,
Okay, sound effects.
we have to. Hey, Malik with the sound
Malik
effects,
with
boy.
the sound effects.
Big up
Come
you.
through, big up
What is happening?
You 8, 5,
No, I know.
6, 7. Big
Big
up
up you with the sound effects, Malik. Guys, we have our two tech
I'm seeing
guys
this
here.
smirk on
We
his
don't
face,
have
huh?
Malik. We have Ananias. We have Malik.
Yeah.
Right?
We
Malik.
covered.
We covered.
Covered.
But you know,
That was funny.
Let me finish my story.
Sorry, yeah.
So all kind of things. It really took forever to cross. I only posted a little part of that, but I took forever. And Lisa Marie was like,
I need to find this.
Crystal, oh my gosh, just cross one foot in front of the other.
Ooh,
and
metaphor for life.
And I did that. And I was like,
Metaphor for
that
life.
was easy. It really
The
was
fact that it was
easy.
recorded, I feel like it was not a big deal.
It's,
Nah.
listen to me.
Metaphor for life. You just
Listen
talked
to me.
something real important there.
That was my video. Though. Lisa
I
was
weak.
like, this is ridiculous. Let me take her. Let me record her. This is madness.
You didn't cry, right?
Listen, when I went to Chris, I was like, oh shit, you really have issues. That's literally what I thought.
Oh, you were serious?
Because
serious?
it was not that hard.
So at the end of the day, you know what? And it's true. We all have these moments of, am I really... We start guilting ourselves, but that's not what I was going to say. I was just going to say, I think it's okay to give yourself space to overthink. If you know
I
that
think
you're
so
an,
too.
if you know that you're an overthinker,
Oh, I overthink all the time.
identify as an overthinker, right?
My
It's kind of
pronouns
like
are over and think.
I do.
I like to sit down and I like to give myself that space and say, you know what, this is what I need to be okay. So I just need some time to freak out.
What I
And then I'll be fine.
don't, what I don't like when is when I overthink about people and their actions and their words. But I overthink about my life.
Yeah, but the thing is, overthinking about people and actions and their words, control.
I find that
it's
happening with the
inevitable,
people that I
It
care
is.
about, because
Yeah.
if I get people that I care about, I know inside out and vice versa.
Right.
So there's usually no room for doubt. You know, so when I find that there is doubt, I may start to overthink.
Yeah.
But for the acquaintances, for the randomers, for the people that I don't really know, anything could happen. I'd be like, whatever.
Right.
You know what I
of course.
mean?
I mean, if
But-
you were overthinking about every single thing, then
Go
it'll be
crazy.
worse. It'll be worse. Absolutely. And
Yeah.
I feel like
That was me at one point.
being that might have been social anxiety, like legitimate anxiety about everything else. And the more you dive into yourself, that's why I could feel so comfortable. Like, no, I need time to overthink. Give me time to overthink.
I
will write everything down, what is worrying me. And the
That helps.
fun thing is that when I do that, I laugh at myself.
So
really?
I read I can't remember where I read this, but it says overthinking and ruminating leads to stagnation. Self-awareness and self-reflection leads to action. So
Okay, with the gems, but
are you actually overthinking and ruminating in a negative way, or are you really self-aware and self-reflecting if you're
There
leading
you
to
go.
action?
how dangerous does it get?
There you
because
go.
the lack of action is, I think, what makes it unhealthy.
Right, so then therefore that's ruminating.
Exactly. But no, if
But
I
if
was
it leads you
sitting,
to
One that
action.
leads you to action.
Something
look at me,
different.
growth. Action. No, I sit and I write down all of the pros and all of the cons about everything, and it helps so much. So, yeah, overthinking, guilty as charged.
Indeed.
But there's a
indeed.
way out. It's not all terrible when you use it for good.
Indeed, indeed. Guys, listen, we want to take a quick break. Before doing so, let me just hail out the people in the chat room once more. So, of course, Colin Agard finally shout me out. Way Crystal. We have Kester Campbell saying, good evening, ladies. Blessings.
Kester.
Yes, we have Colin again saying K cubed to the world.
K cubed.
I like that.
I like it, man. You see, it's
I like
thick.
that.
It's
I like
thick.
that.
We have Chazelle Fleming saying, let me think about it, when we were asking. You understand? And then we have Colin again saying, overthinking that question all now. Yes. Chazelle is back saying, sounds like overthinking is linked to control or lack of control.
Or the fear of the lack of control.
Exactly.
I like that.
We have a Cassia David Tyler in the house. That's my friend.
Hey.
Shout out to Cassia. She says attachment styles and love languages. Indeed. Well, Cassia, if you remember, we did love languages in season 1. It was, I think, our first or second episode. In fact, I think it was our dress rehearsal episode. I think we need to revisit that topic though.
Of course.
But
Did you know-
attachment styles is definitely one that we will be doing. Was that Kate?
Did you know the opposite of your love your language is your toxic trait?
Yes.
Huh.
Yes.
Write that down, Kate. See, that is a topic.
Yes.
Just to wrap up, Colin Agard says, so the entire K cubed vertically challenged. Colin,
Use the happiness police or what? What's going on? This is not the time to pick that up.
and Malik here agreeing with him. I cannot. And lastly, we have a Cassie again saying, and Cassie says, loving the new cast. Welcome, ladies.
Hello.
Yes, Cassie, we are so happy that you
Yay.
do. She says also that she does remember us doing that. So let's revisit that topic at some point. And Katie with the notes, with the listen, so many new ideas are born on the show while we're in the show. So grateful for it. But guys, we're going to take a break. We have to go to commercial. We'll be right back with our topic of the day. Overthinking. Are you guilty of it?
Maybe we shouldn't go to commercial.
Stop.
Oh my God.
We still on the air, okay?
Caribe Hard Cider. Moments made extraordinary.
No set a long talking where you for. Wine to the ground, y'all drop to the floor. Oh yo, well if you're ready, let we go. Start up the countdown, time for the show. If that's where you want, take one for the road. No about taking anything now, don't take it personal. It's just a one night jam, don't make it personal. I hope you understand, don't take it personal. It's just a one night jam, just get to work, girl. Don't make it personal. Oh yo, action, thunder. The way you move your body make me wonder. Show me that you wanna take it all the way. Oh yeah, don't play, run that. You know you could get it if you want that. Girl, if you're ready, drop it down for me. So if you're ready, let me know. No set a long talking where you for. Wine to the ground, y'all drop to the floor. Oh yo, well if you're ready, let we go. Start up the countdown, time for the show. If that's where you want, take one for the road. No about taking anything now, don't take it personal. It's just a one night jam, don't make it personal. I hope you understand, don't take it personal. It's just a one night jam, just get to work, girl. Don't make it personal. Come put that work on it. Come put that work on it. We only need one night. Come put that work on it. Come put that work on it. Just show me what you like. Oh you, let me see.
And we are back, guys. We're back. We're back with your favorite island girls. Well, soon to be, because we have some new faces.
Hi.
But hey, tis what it
Put
is.
it out there, favorite.
Right? Whoever is here is your favorite island girls. All right? We are back at the new time. We start at 6 p.m. Now we are trying a thing to try to accommodate the people who are home in the evening. You know, most times we had the show, it was during your lunch breaks and you had to go back to work. We had a lot of requests asking us to perhaps start later. So we're trying to accommodate.
The working
Yes?
superwoman.
Yes, but y'all remember to like this live, please, and share it. Like and share the live. This is how we get more viewers and then share with more people and that kind of thing. I only seen a few likes. Like it up, man. Like it up. Share it on your WhatsApp and all that jazz. And remember, feel free to call us. We love when we get calls. Y'all don't be shy. 4664 O.U.R. or 466-4687. And just a reminder to the artists, feel free to submit your music via music@OURradio.fm. That's music@OURradio.fm. And what we talking about?
Don't think it personal. No,
I thought she was going to say over toting, you know.
No. You know what I was gonna sing was it like all these soca songs hit me one time. Long time is overdue.
Oh, yes.
Long time. Love that.
Ian,
song.
what was his name again?
Urban I really feel a vibe every time you settle right down and nobody like this, nobody like you. Yeah, that was like you had to
Don't
learn
forget
that.
to sing, you know.
Bite and spit. Do something
Sing
like
the
that.
things, you know.
Then it would be a concert. It wouldn't be a talk show.
Y'all, we no longer have one singer in our midst. We have two. Kate Kemba Joe is also a very versed singer.
Very
She comes from a
versed.
family of musical artists.
Right, that one is the truth about first
All
singer.
right,
What do you
a
mean?
versed singer. Who were we listening to just now? 5-Star Q
Yes.
with Personal.
Yes.
Yes,
That was it.
That's a nice. That's a
5, 6, 7, 8.
You see? So we will sing and back up. We have the dancers. We have a whole concert. A whole show.
Yes,
you
you back
know.
me up.
I will.
Dancing monkeys and heels, you know. We talking, we singing, we dancing.
It's a circus.
We acting.
It's a circus.
It's a circus.
But
An
of
island
course,
circus.
overthinking. Right?
Overthinking.
So we were talking about
Different types, the
if you're
categories.
just joining in, we covered it. We defined what is overthinking. Basically, you're stuck in your thoughts, right? Either thinking about the past or thinking about the future. We are all clearly very guilty of it, and I think it's a normal thing for many
Very
of
common.
us. Very, very,
Very
common.
common.
But it's kind of like for maybe you're not sure if you are an overthinker or not, or maybe you're not sure what this is. So there are a couple of signs.
Some examples.
Correct is right. Maybe it's, and it may not be that you overthink for everything, but it may be about one thing or two things. Maybe, you know, as a parent, you overthink about, am I doing the best for my child? You know, am I providing for them in the way that's going to have them the least broken to face society? And that those kinds of thoughts can get stuck in your head. Absolutely. Or maybe you're a caregiver for like an ill relative. All of the what ifs. So signs that you are overthinking include the inability to think about anything else. This is not being in love, not to be confused.
Anything that's a being in your existence.
Why that sound like a nerve hit you?
Nah, not at all. Me know about that. The inability to think about anything else or being unable to relax. And my goodness. Right? So I love this one because I think about the physical manifestations.
Oh my goodness, that
of
is
these things,
yes.
right? So there's a story that I had on my Instagram that was I just came on. It was busy in the middle of the pandemic, and I came on and I said, psst, psst, you drop your shoulders and clench your jaw.
I saw that post and I actually did it, and I was like,
yeah,
I was tense this whole time.
Exactly, and we don't even know sometimes when we
Do you know it by heart? Can you say it to the people now?
Yeah. Psst, psst, you there. You. Drop your shoulders and relax your jaw. Right. Right? Yeah, exactly. So it may not be that you are overthinking, but you may be tensed while thinking about something.
And
that could be a sign.
that you're
Absolutely.
of the effect that it's having on your body.
Absolutely, yeah. Constantly feeling worried or anxious. So
anxiety is
the
a big deal.
anxiety and that manifests itself. That shows up in so many ways. It's the restlessness. It's the insomnia. It's the can't sleep or maybe sleeping too much. It's the funny tummy. You might think that it's irritable bowel syndrome. It might be anxiety.
It's anxiety.
Treat both. We're not going to say don't.
Well, you do know that your mind and your gut are constantly speaking to each other. So once you experience anxiety and depression and all of those mental health issues, you will have gut issues.
Absolutely. It talks about the feeling mentally exhausted because your brain tired. Because even as you're sleeping, that you're on a treadmill. You're running on a treadmill.
I start doing Sudoku because I cannot shut my brain off.
Really?
That helps me. Or I would literally stare at something on the wall and I would not remove my eyes from it. Because once you move your eyes around, you tend to think.
Right. And that's interesting because I wonder if it was going to be, I think of mindfulness. Yes. And the practice of mindfulness, being fully in the moment, helps so much. Helps me with overthinking. You were laughing at me, Krista. Just before the show started, I was like,
yes, guys, she was
really
full meditation.
I sat down staring at her like,
and I didn't even know. So this is the beauty. Oh, practice growth is beautiful. I didn't even know that you all were I didn't even know you were looking at me because I was in my zone.
I wish I pulled up my phone.
My brain started getting a little bit busy. I was like, okay, it's the launch, it's the show, it's
she
this,
was
it's
nervous,
that. And it was the good news, but still, I was like, come back to myself, reel it in. And so when you said you'll stare at something, it's the same kind of thoughts in my head. What were you going to say, Chris? Sorry.
No. We were saying the same thing. We were talking about what was interesting about Katie's point. But another, just to give you all some everyday examples as well, and just to continue on from what Kembajo was saying, is some other ways of feeling like you overthink a little bit too much. What about fear of missing out? FOMO. Is that overthinking?
It is. It is
a form of overthinking. Yeah.
Let me think. Okay, I have an example. I'm gonna have to talk it out because it's therapy. I made a terrible, awful decision not to play maths in 2020.
Okay,
it was terrible.
So terrible.
It was
okay,
awful
gotcha.
Because then pandemic.
Okay.
The whole panini that was not grilled chicken with tomatoes and lettuce,
and cheese.
right? And cheese. So the FOMO that I had was, do I play maths? Do I not play maths? What to do? What not to do? I was like, I want to be an adult. I want to be grown. I want to make good decisions. And I was like, next year. Never again. And it really did for a while I was trying to make my decision. Do I do it? Do I not? I kind of not lost sleep, but I was really in my head. Really in my head. Should I? Shouldn't I? And the money and the this. But you know, all of the money go come back. That's all
It
I'm
really
saying.
would. Money always
Because I played
comes to
Masters
money
here and
also.
I'm
I
not
was
missing it
about to say-
again.
I never said you played Masters here.
I did, and it was
I love it.
wonderful. I loved every
liked yourself?
minute. Like
Who you played
myself.
with?
Like
Herself.
myself. Lost Tribe. Shout out to
Oh,
Lost Tribe.
very
It
nice.
was beautiful. I did
The Eric
everything.
Besson costume. Was it Eric?
Yes, it was light. Love at first light. Shout out to Shop Shari. Oh, I love my costume so much. So the FOMO can create
The Overthinking.
the overthinking, right?
Yes.
Not the other way around. At least I don't see it being the other way around. But
Yeah,
definitely giving it thought.
Or could it be that you're like, well, why wasn't I not invited?
Yes.
I stopped thinking about that. But if you're going back to old Camber Joe, who wasn't as stable, I suppose, settled, grounded.
I feel.
better
I
words.
know what you. I know.
Yeah.
I
Why-
understand Katie's point.
What's wrong with me if they didn't ask me?
Oh gosh.
That kind of stuff. That FOMO. That could be FOMO.
I mean, I
Yeah,
kind of
no.
stopped caring about.
and it triggers
kind of
the
thing, but yes.
the mind racing because now you start trying to analyze and figure out all the reasons why
you weren't
maybe
there.
they didn't. Yeah, maybe they just stupid. Sorry. I cannot. Sorry.
That is a possible reason.
Maybe they just stupid.
That
Maybe they have poor
Lord.
communication skills.
I don't know who she's speaking about.
I love the
views of
candidates.
Campbell.
I love the views of Island Girl. No, it is because she's literally on Island Girl Talk.
Whoever the
Listen,
they is, if it for the garden planted.
This is what this show is about. Okay, this is Island Girl Talk. This is Girl Talk. We're unapologetic.
right. No, I mean, but for real, it wasn't directed at anybody. I was just saying.
I was being facetious. I was being facetious.
Yes.
For the garden, but planted. If it
Then
did. So
I
yeah.
like this. I like this
What
one.
about
You
this?
spend
Oh, yeah,
more
one.
time preparing than accomplishing a particular task.
Yes.
Oh, cool. Is that you?
No, it's not me.
No, Katie. Go.
You prepare, and
Girl.
do
And
no
never take action. That's the
Listen,
waste.
the amount of things on my to-do list and the want to-do list. The want to do.
Yes.
Want to
I love it.
You know what? I am obsessed with making lists, which I saw is on the list here too. But the thing about making lists for me is I would make a list the night before, then go through the next day doing what I have to do, make the calls, do this, do that. At the end of the day, or even the next day, check the list. And I'm just ticking. And that feeling of accomplishment is
It's
organic.
Exactly. It's
Yes.
not for me. It's not about the list. It's the feeling that I did
I
this.
started
feeling of
making
accomplishment,
a
yes.
done list because apparently when you start writing what you've actually done, like that actually brings more,
I literally write
endorphins and
the
whatnot.
word done exclamation mark
Yeah.
next to it.
Yeah.
Smiley face.
With the tick.
With a smiley face.
You know
I
what
put
I'm
a little
saying?
smiley face. No, for sure.
Get it.
For sure.
Indeed. I want to touch on one though. It says you want to know the why from everybody.
Hey,
Ooh,
that
ma-
sounds
lower your
exhausting.
lower. I'm gonna turn up this mic. Lower your voice.
You want to know the
because-
why,
That used to be.
I've been on
Used
both
to be.
sides.
Used to be.
right? Years ago, you want to know. It goes hand in hand with the rumination and
Yes.
this and the that and the da 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 da.
I didn't feel
And-
called out till just now. Oh my.
You feel attacked. I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay.
I'm sorry.
Nah, that hurt. Like,
Let me take the knife out.
I knew because you said it and like my belly hurt. Man.
Oh gosh.
That's how I know that was for me.
I always would be
Yes.
analyzed. I still analyze stuff, but I do it within moderation. I have some control over it now. But you see, back in the day, like you did something that I didn't like, or I have to know why. I have to know why. No, and now I have to. You need to know whether it's important or not to know why. Sometimes you don't need to know why because it's not going to make a difference.
Yeah.
It's not going to change the price of bread. You know what I mean? So now I often find myself on the receiving end of that now with people call Crystal, so where you mean that? Why is that? I'm like, no, this is what. And usually when I explain things to them, it's like, oh okay, it was just that, no problem.
Right.
And I'm like, why?
Now-
Did you think it was something more?
In the words of Simon Sinek,
love.
starts with why. And I found that one of the things that has helped me to create, and I can only take care of my side of the street, right? So when I think of communication and I think of a difficult whatever, I will lead with why. So you see that moment in like a friendship or relationship or like your boss or something, and it's, hi, can we talk? Can we talk for a minute? Hey,
Girl, I want to know
All right.
your name. It's not
My
my
fault.
fault.
Can we talk for a minute? Hey, girl,
Right. Continue.
But no, not that kind of can we talk, because that's like butterflies causing can we talk.
Yeah.
This is the well, that's butterflies too, I guess. But the that phrase is so triggering for so many people. And so I learned that one of the things that helped me is let me lead with why. So at my typical job, right? The views of Cambodia do not reflect the corporation that she works for. I will let my team know, hey, let's get together to talk about this. Let's get together. Yeah. So that we can talk about this. I can't. And even when I'm clear.
I do that with TikTok all the time.
Even when I'm clear. You'd understand. You know, there's still this... You said you wanted to be muted. I'm like, yo, nothing is wrong. Nothing is wrong.
I can relate.
You know, but that's because I feel like, and this will be a topic for another day, it's the safe spaces or the lack thereof of really relaxing into these spaces. But nah, that why? I couldn't. I've let go a lot. And that's probably why I was like, well, people are stupid. So what's their why? Why they didn't? Because they're stupid. Because they're stupid at the end of the day. But that why business, it's also the control of I have to know, and not to go back to the attachment styles, but to go back to it.
I was now about to say
that's the anxious style
side,
coming up, and that's just because certainty and security matter.
Indeed.
It matters. So whatever you may have been through or whatever I may have been through, it's something created uncertainty, and I need to know why so that I could feel certain.
Yeah, and it's that search for that balance again, because really and truly when you're on steady ground, you feel off kilter. It bombards your mind. But again, self-awareness, how well you know yourself, and you know, you have to be intentional about you know what, this is a situation I can't control right now.
Exactly.
And talk back to yourself, and this is something that I need to, you know, will myself to not give too much energy until I have the facts.
Exactly. And then be courageous enough to seek out the facts. This just jumped to, my eye fell on this thing. It's one that I don't think is necessarily a bad thing, right? So there's duality in all things. A sign of overthinking is you often ask yourself what if questions.
What if?
Right? Not the Marvel series, which
I'm happy
I really enjoyed. But the what if, and that's the other side of the what if questions would be creativity and innovation. Because what if we tried this? What if we explored this? That's a what if question. But how else are you going to get to what if you're not already quote unquote overthinking? Yeah. So what if they don't like me?
In some instances, it might not be overthinking.
Kids,
you could be brainstorming something. Yeah. You know what I mean? It could be intentional overthinking.
To me,
then that's not overthinking. That's brainstorming.
That's brainstorming.
But I guess what jumped out to me is, you know, the what if is not always something bad.
No.
The actual phrase, you mean?
The phrase itself.
Okay.
And that ties back into what you're saying to Katie about is it overthinking
or is it self-reflection?
Or is it self-reflection for a solution? Two sides
Action,
of the same
stagnation.
coin. Exactly. So that was the what if. I was like, because I ask myself that all the time. What if we did? And what if? And what if? And it shifts you out to the fixed mindset.
Indeed.
That
it does.
You know, there's nothing within your control, or you can't fix this. No. Let's get a little innovative. What if you tried something that you didn't try before? Yeah.
Indeed.
My thoughts.
So guys, you know, that's what we're talking about today. I don't know, like, we're trying to stay on time this time. Season 2. I think we've covered a lot in this topic. If you're just joining us, we are talking about overthinking, and are you guilty of it? Whether or not you might be guilty of it. We have a lot of people in the chat room who were talking about, you know, whether or not they do. Not all of them, but a few of them, yeah. You know, and feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below, in the live chat below. Send us a message, a voice note, 466 for O.U.R. or 466 4687. You know, whatever you all want to do. But right about now, we might have a wrap-up topic of the day.
Yes.
Because we have some more things coming your way.
Plenty more.
All right, plenty more. All right, guys, so keep it loud. We want to go to commercial in a little bit. And when we get back, we will be here with our Island Girls Spotlight.
Oh God.
Spotlight. We didn't go outward for this one. We kept it in the pool.
Oh God.
We kept it in the pool, in the local pool. All right. So guys, keep it locked right here to Island Girl Talk. We're your Island Girls. We'll be back after these messages.
Caribe Hard Cider. Moments made extraordinary.
Hola Tunje. Ooh yeah 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 yeah. Whining like she from Africa. Ooh yeah yeah. From Africa. Ooh yeah yeah. Calm down. Tell me see you wind up your bumper. I'm bring that closer to me. Now give me when you push back that thing hard and answer my fantasy. Girl, your body looking good and you put me in a mood. When you wine so good, yeah. Then she ball out, oh Lord. She come on me thing like, oh Lord. And then I give she the thing like, oh Lord. I mash up the place and you know you're whining good. She ball out, oh Lord. Just give me some time now, oh Lord. She want me stop down the wine now, oh Lord. But you something feeling good, I know. And she ball, hola, 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 hola. She ball, hola, 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 hola. She call my name. She ball, hola, 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 hola. Hola, 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 hola. She call my name. And she said, hola, tell them hola tunje, hola tunje, tell them hola tunje. Wipe on the thing I want, stay on the mind I'm on. Anything that you come with, tell them hola tunje. Girl, let me see you with no behavior. Do your business to sing and pretend you're in front the mirror. Practice that thing there for me. Girl, your body looking good and you put me in a mood. When you wine so good, yeah. Then she ball out, oh Lord. She grab on me thing like, oh Lord. And then I give she the thing like, oh Lord. I mash up the place and you know you're whining good. She ball out, oh Lord. Just give me some time now, oh Lord. She want me stop down the wine now, oh Lord. But you're something feeling good, I know. And she ball, hola, 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 hola. She ball, hola, 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 hola. She call my name. She ball, hola, 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 hola. Hola, 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 hola. She call my name. And she said, hola, tell them hola tunje, hola tunje, tell them hola tunje. Wipe on the thing I want, stay on the mind I'm on. Anything that you come with, tell them hola tunje. This girl prettier than a rainbow, smile brighter than daylight. Girl, I want you as a so I follow you like a taillight. Standing there with your halo, more dangerous than a snake bite. Whenever that I see you, you take away all the stage fright. You say, oh na na, oh la la, oh na na, oh la la, oh la la, oh na na, oh la la, eh, oh na na, oh la la, oh na na, oh la la, oh la la, oh na na, oh la la, eh, oh.
We don't play, we go in night
just wrapped up topic of the day. We're moving on to the next one. It's called Island Girl Spotlight. We did not, as Crystal once said, looked outward. We looked inward. We did some self-reflection.
We introspected.
We introspected.
You look to your left.
We looked to the left.
To the left, to the left. Everything is nice to the left. In the closet, right left stuff. If I started it, please don't touch. Keep touch. All right, let me stop. All right.
So we're gonna spotlight our lovely co-host, Kamba Joe.
Why? Because all
Why
you're
not?
wondering, where does girl come from? Who is this girl?
All of a sudden she reached.
We want
Is
to know.
this smooth talker,
Hey.
So we want to give you all a
growth
chance.
giver,
Hey.
Gem dropper.
gem
Hey.
dropper,
I like these.
mommy,
I.
other.
Comedian.
That's right. I'm good. All you're real good for my ego.
Well,
boy.
all right.
Hey. Lasher.
We want to give you all a chance to get to know or get a little familiar with Cambridge. You all will get to know her eventually.
Yes.
Of course.
But take it away.
Oh, me. Right.
No,
Started.
Katie.
No, so Kamba,
It's an interview.
you okay?
Girl.
She got excited.
Went down the wrong side.
All right.
It
Interview.
happens.
So Kamba Joe, tell the people, where were you on the 11th?
The 11th of what? Which one? Of course, I might have to try to remember.
Okay. So tell the people a little bit about yourself.
Well,
Yeah, history and all that.
History.
I was
brief.
born in Port of Spain.
When two people love each other.
All right, so this actually is a moment of real vulnerability for me. Talking about myself is uncomfortable. It's not hard, but it's uncomfortable, right? So thanks
You're
for
welcome.
the moment. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. Spotlight.
How did I arrive here? I arrived here because the universe said go. Right? I put one foot in front of the other, like Crystal trying to cross the
Canyon.
the canyon.
Off the mountain.
And it's
Really was a
interesting, you know, because ironically, I was thinking about spotlights, and I grew up in the spotlight. You accurately mentioned that I've come from a family of music. See, the nerves are kicking, right? Spotlight. So I've come from a musical family. I grew up on a stage, performing, singing, dancing, you know, it's circus things.
Tell us a little bit more.
And you know, dance was my thing. I loved movement. I love movement to this day. Can't stay still. And after an injury, knocked my dreams of going to Juilliard, you know, out the park.
What injury?
What's that?
Is that
Juilliard.
Injury?
Yeah, an injury.
Injury.
There was an accident, vehicle accident. Long story short, I could not function in the same way. My body didn't work in the same way after
Right.
the accident. And that kind of caused a huge shift in everything. Who am I? It's all I ever thought of was being a dancer and going to Juilliard. Stepped away from the spotlight. I turned about 18 and I said, enough is enough. I needed to figure out who I am and what I want, and I still don't know. The journey is beautiful. And I stepped away for a long time, fell in love with corporate, started working corporate, stayed there for a long time and counting, and a long time and counting, and stepping back into the spotlight is so ironic because it ties into my journey of growth. I got into radio as a pandemic skill. Yeah, so what happened was, right?
So what happened was
the whole the industry that I worked in, of course, like most other industries would have been affected, and I sat down and I said, what if this goes belly up? What if? What else do I have to give? What else do I have to do? What other things can I try? And I didn't overthink because I went to action, and I signed up and I did the broadcasting course. Shout out to Nigel and the Star Broadcast family, because that really was the step in. I had no idea. I was like, I don't know. People tell me I have a nice voice. People tell me I should read news. People tell me I talk nice. I was like, well, okay.
I thought you were doing this for a while.
Yeah, no, ma'am.
I honestly did.
No, ma'am.
Big up Nigel, huh? Big up Nigel Broadcasting.
Star Broadcast
Okay, he is good at what he does.
And I fell in love with this thing. I was like, boy, you could talk. Because, you know, I think back to school and, you know the report card. Cambridge is a great student.
that is me.
She talks too much.
That is me.
Cambridge distracts the
Too
students
talkative.
around her. Cambridge focuses well.
Giving me flashbacks
But
in my
talks
report
too
card.
much, right?
That's
So the
me.
talks too much stayed with me, and why I say this is so ironic. When I stepped out of the spotlight, I also stepped out of myself and had my dark night of the moon, dark side of the moon. I can't remember what they call it, and I literally stopped talking.
Really?
I literally stopped talking.
Literally, you said that?
Unless
Not
it was for
figuratively.
work. No, unless it was for work, because I had to talk a lot in my job, just, you know, interacting with clients and customers and stuff. Other than that, I would not speak. You asked me, so and I feel like it was because so many of my thoughts were discarded, not valued. I didn't feel seen, all those things. I was like, you know, maybe I just shouldn't speak. Don't speak.
You know just what you
say. It's the chorus
So
to me.
Please stop explaining.
Please stop explaining.
Don't tell me 'cause it hurts.
Right, so that
Ow.
feels like a theme song, and I stopped talking. And then I realized, you know, you get to know people, or you're thinking of trying to get to know people, whether it's in a relationship or new friends, and it's like, you know, oh my God, have I forgotten how to do this thing? And getting back into the spotlight, I didn't necessarily have it perfectly planned out to be here in this space, but I'm so grateful because it challenges me to speak. Being on radio challenges me to speak. I've had other opportunities. I'm embarking on other opportunities as well, and I reach. I have to say, I really do have to say though, how did I get to IGT? Gerald Forbes, if you're listening, I love you.
Gerald Forbes, big up you. Ole, miss it, man.
Because
Gerald Forbes, big up you.
Because Gerald called me. She didn't even call me. She messaged me. She said, so I gave your number to so and so, and she's gonna call you. Bye. Okay.
Bye. Just answer the phone.
Yeah, that was exactly it. And then Crystal called. And we chatted, and it felt really right, you know, giving me the chance to be on this platform. And you know, we came in, we did the dress rehearsal, and the rest is history.
Want to know my face when I first heard your voice? Let's reenact.
I sure Crystal was.
Bring, bring.
I reacted. Right.
Hello, good evening.
Hello. I'm calling to speak to Cambojo.
This is she.
Oh my God, I love your voice.
That is literally what
I am in love with your voice.
Hi, I was about to say, I'm
Just
sure.
kidding.
Oh no, that was not.
No, that's not how it went. But I just couldn't stop going on and on about her beautiful voice.
You did say that.
Yes.
Yeah, no, you do have a lovely voice.
Thanks so much. And so I think of the journey that I've been on, and I wouldn't not do any of it, because I feel like if I had taken a different path, I don't think I would have ended up here.
So, question: you said that you grew up in the spotlight. Like, were you on stages performing with your family, and what
Yes.
what kind of shows?
So my parents actually met in a band. That was
What's the name of the band?
the Mel, if you're listening,
Mel.
message me and as big up my sister
Mel,
2
your
times.
daughter, don't know.
But that's my sister.
Oh, Mel, yes.
But they met in a band, and literally music comes out of our pores. And then I started dancing. I actually had a hip injury, or my feet were turned in, and the doctor had recommended that I dance because it's going to help.
Yeah.
And ballet, tap, modern, jazz, I was on stage. My little sister did a lot of calypso competitions and bust up things. So of course, if sister singing, who had a backup? The next two sisters, exactly. Yeah.
Wait, there's how many of y'all?
It's 4 of us in all, right?
All girls?
No, 3 girls, 1 boy, and he's a musical genius as
Poor
well.
fella.
My brother. No.
3 sisters?
He real good. It's okay.
He real good.
He
Is he the youngest?
understand. Yeah.
Is he the youngest?
He is the youngest. He's the baby.
He real good.
He real
Real
good.
good.
And so I when I say I grew up in the spotlight, every carnival is junior monarch, 10th, by Tuco, by this, by that, by the other, and then I sang.
And was it always you dancing, or you were dancing and singing? And
So I sang in Marinette's chorale for a
You
long
sang
time, junior and then senior. It just because the stage,
Yeah.
my dancing was the thing. I was also in a folk choir, La Petite Musica. Like, just listen, I've been on the stage.
been.
I've been, and then I said, enough is enough. It was a little chaotic because Crystal, stage life is just no sleep and no little rest, and you're on the road a lot. And I realized
You
that
mean when actually working? Yeah.
It coming, don't worry. It coming. And I needed a pause. I needed a step back. To do
because that's how it is when I jump on a plane.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But
here is just on
okay.
weekends.
That's all right. But you still don't sleep and it's be late and it's this and that.
No
and
sleep.
Once upon a time I used to go to sleep with the chickens. So 7 o'clock.
I did.
News
But
going
you
on.
love it.
Oh, I loved
You love
Loved
it.
it.
I
Yeah.
loved performing. Stepping back was not easy for me to do necessarily, but so many other things were happening. I felt like I can't do this. And if I'm not giving it 100%, I'm not doing it at all. And that's my story. So my journey has brought me back, and everything that I've read up to this point, all of the numerology and all of the different cosmos, you know, it's been, you are going to be back in the spotlight. Ogid.
Yes.
But also Ogid. But also having fun. This is the spotlight that I feel most myself in.
It kind of reminds me a little bit of Nisi, not in the same way, but you know how Nisi would say, I am going to be a whole celebrity. She used to say that all the time.
She is a whole.
Right? My aspiration is to be a whole celebrity, and now she's here in Nisi's, in that spotlight.
I was going to say, and you're actually in this spotlight.
The way she
Island Girls
sat,
spotlight.
I don't think I am the spotlight. I don't think I'm a celebrity.
She's a magical being.
I am unicorn things.
Indeed.
I don't. My aspiration is not for that though. You know, and it's okay. It's okay if that's what other people want. I just feel like there's a story to tell. And as the season goes on, and you know, as I get more courageous to speak on and share those things, it's healing. It's truly healing, not healing queens, but it could be. Ow.
Yes. This is literally this show. It's really that it provides a lot of healing. It based on the kind of things that we cover.
Yeah.
It forces us to look at it, to look inward.
No, I love it. I love it. I truly do. So if this is my spotlight, I'm okay.
Indeed.
I'm more than okay.
So
indeed.
tell me where you see yourself in the future. Now, I know we can't plan. We
boat,
can plan, but
having a wonderful drink on some remote island somewhere.
getting fat grapes.
Yes.
Child,
I'll hook that up
might
for
I
you.
suggest Fiji Islands?
Have you been?
Yes, I have.
All right.
Oh, yes,
so
you
if
told me.
Beautiful.
if it's meant to be, it will be. That there's a cool with the
will
boss
be.
song in my head. But yes. So let me try to be serious. I don't know
Try.
where I want to be. Wherever I'm meant to be. That's my plan for the
Indeed.
future.
Okay.
I love that.
Same.
I love that. I wish I could emulate that, but the way my mind sets up and the way how I'm fixated on the future, it's safe to say it ain't happening.
Let it go.
But you know the movie.
Let it go.
Okay, it's happening. It's
Don't
happening.
hold me back anymore.
I don't know the words. Let it go. Let it
go.
Yo, we have a time
That is true. Let's get back to the show.
Thanks.
All right, guys, we're not done with Cambridge just yet,
We're
but we're
not
gonna
done.
wrap up Spotlight segment. We just wanted her to talk about herself a little bit so that you guys can get to know her a little bit. She's a new face. Katie's also a new face, but you guys have seen Katie. Katie, why are you so
Sorry.
Just give
Make a monkey
love to
face.
make a monkey face.
Make a monkey face. You know what? That is on brand.
Yes,
So on brand.
Indeed.
So on brand.
So, you know, we just wanted her to talk a little bit about herself. But we're going to come back with our sip and spill segment.
And you get to know more about Cambridge.
But this time, we putting her in the hot box.
Oh, God, oi.
She gonna sweat.
More.
All right, guys. So keep it locked right here. What we're going to do is ask our tech, Malik, to take us to commercial. And keep it locked right here to Island Girl Talk. We'll be right back after these messages.
Caribe Hard Cider. Moments made extraordinary.
right now. I can't get over it.
So don't you ever let me down again. Cause I'm depending on you, so you better come through this time. Please hear my cry. And if I ever let you down, my friend, it was a misunderstanding. So if I took you for granted, then I promise from today I go drunk like I never drunk, wave like I never wave, wine like I never wine before, just to show you a sorrow. And I need you back in my life. Look at people by the truck, emotions running high. We end up in the sky, just running down we high. Can't you tell that we sorry? We sorry. And we need you back in we high. I need my job back. Come home to me, come home to me. It's on no place like Come home to me. This is my apology. Follow me, come and see what you mean to all we. You're a treasure in my eyes, the greatest pleasure in my life. Oh, cause when you live it bother me, honestly, how it is, home is where the heart should be. Pretty feathers in disguise, but together we will rise. Oh, so don't you ever
Let me down again.
cause I'm depending on you, so you better come through this time. Please hear my cry. And if I ever let you down, my friend, it was a misunderstanding. So if I took you for granted, then I promise from today I go drunk like I never drunk, wave like I never wave, wine like I never wine before, just to show you a sorrow. And I need you back in my life. Look at people by the truck, emotions running high. We end up in the sky, just running down we high. Can't you tell that we sorry? We sorry. And we need you back in we high. I need my job back home. Come home to me, come home to me. It's on no place like Come home to me, come home to me. Last time I touched the stage, this make me feel away. I want to touch the stage.
Promise I won't cry. First time I touched the stage, this made me feel away. I want to touch the stage, touch the stage.
You know what I'm saying?
Ooh,
Skinny Fabulous, Nyla Blackman. Boom! Cause I will never let you down again.
Nyla, I'm sorry. Tell you I'm sorry. Ooh.
You're spinning. We could never leave early.
I
Missed the
know.
whole freaking boat.
I know you not blaming me. Nah.
At least it's not my money. Spend.
Yeah, because I made the money.
You gotta call somebody.
You see me trying to get a signal.
Oh gosh, well, you could ask for a ride or something.
Who you gonna ask? Who? I could get a ride, please. Only one ride off.
When you wear the rhythm and the iron and the man where the Congo drum. It's a vibes in the section when we jam into the steel bun. Come on, join the line, grab your bottle and spoon. It's a party in the engine room. In the engine room we go jam it steady. In the engine room we go get on wase. In the meantime, why don't you join the line, grab your bottle and spoon, and come let we party in the engine room. Ooh yeah. Well, how else we will survive if we so sweet that I can't describe. So all the artists you must be here, cause without an engine, can't start, so we cannot drive. No oxygen tank, we got dipsy dive, so we got to come together and try to find a way, find a way. No more fight down, think we got to unify. Let them keep the money, we not taking vibe. They go come run me down when you see them. Get this song when you're ready. Ready when the iron and the man ready to go down. It's a vibe in the session when we jam into the steel pan. Come on, join the line, grab your bottle and spoon. It's a party in the engine room. In the engine room we go jam it steady. In the engine room we go get on massé. In the meantime, why don't you join the line, grab your bottle and spoon, and come let we party in the engine room. Hey, I'm telling you now, if we could just put aside we pride and let Jaja be we guide, then love will be the prize and no one will feel a type of way. You could get radiator and battery, new transmission from the factory. Look, you do whatever you want, but without an engine, can't start, so we cannot drive. No oxygen tank, we got dipsy dive, so we got to come together and try to find a way, find a way. No more fight down till we got a unify. Let them keep the money, we not taking back. They go come run me down when you see them. Get this song when you're ready. Ready when the iron and the man with the Congo jam. It's a vibe in the session when they jam into the steel pan. Come and join the line, grab your bottle and spoon. It's a party in the engine room. In the engine room we go jam it steady. In the engine room we go get on what's there. In the meantime, why don't you join the line, grab your bottle and spoon, and come let we party in the engine room. We go get another day. Party in the engine room. Ah, we go play a Saturday. Party in the engine room. Ah, we go play a Saturday. Party in the engine room. I mean, we do bang. Party in the engine room. So can we say, guys, so party in the engine room. Records, all I do there. Sharp vibes.
What's going on with you that belly, boy?
Well, I ain't really feeling it today. I ain't feeling myself so much really.
Yeah, I need some little trick. That's one of the man right there.
What are you doing? Yo, college boy Jesse. Who does that?
Hey baby girl, when you whine, when you push back. Hey baby girl, when you whine, when you push back. Hey baby girl, when you whine, when you push back. Hey baby girl, when you whine.
I was feeling it till she come and give me the juke on the junction.
Hey baby girl, when you whine, when you push back. Hey baby girl, when you whine.
Baby come and give me stay. Like a beer juke till you forget about your man.
Hey baby girl, when you whine, when you push back. Hey baby girl, when you whine.
I give her one injection in she midsection. I did not have to pay. Then she give me something and tell me hello. Took me down right away. One injection in she midsection. I did not have to pay. Then she give me something and tell me hello. Come and took me down there. Oh, when you're coming back, Sanja, when you're coming to juke on the junction.
Hey baby girl, when you whine, when you push back. Hey baby girl, when you whine.
When you're coming back, Sanja, when you're coming to juke on the junction.
Hey baby girl, when you whine, when you push back. Hey baby girl, when you whine.
And then jug, 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 and then jug, 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 jug.
I was feeling it till she come and give me the juke on the junction.
Hey baby girl, when you whine, when you push back. Hey baby girl, when you whine.
Baby come and give me stay. Like a beer juke till you forget about your man.
Hey baby girl, when you whine, when you push back. Hey baby girl, when you whine.
Make your back bend like you break your spine, and I go to the fix it right there. It's carnival, make me see you whine on the road and move like you have no shame. Some boys see them is a player, but when they're outside they have no game. But when the girls and them they outside, them move it vibes and they don't move lane. Oh, when you're coming back, Sanja, when you're coming to juke on the junction.
Hey baby girl, when you whine, when you push back. Hey baby girl, when you whine.
When you're coming back, Sanja, when you're coming to juke on the junction.
Hey baby girl, when you whine, when you push back. Hey baby girl, when you whine.
And then jug, 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 jug,
We are back. We're back. Good evening,
Yes,
TNT peeps.
It is now evening.
I
Right?
keep forgetting that.
Island
you know,
gals
in
and
my-
guys.
In my brain, I keep thinking
It doesn't
it's like the
feel,
regular.
yeah, it doesn't feel because there are no windows here, guys. It doesn't feel because we're in studio. It doesn't feel like
Kidnapped.
it's nighttime. For all we know, it could be 12 o'clock in the day.
Yeah.
True thing.
Right?
True things.
Welcome back to Island Girl Talk. It's the Island Girls. I am Crystal Kane.
I'm Katie C.
Kemba Joe.
Indeed. And we are here for the juiciest segment of the show. All right. It's time for Sip and Spill. Cheers. Where we sip girls. And we spill.
I need some more of this because
What we spill it.
Oh, what you're about to drink some more.
Right.
because-
Drink some more, Kemba. Drink up, drink up.
I'll top it up.
There's more where that came from.
I'll top it up.
Right? Guys, we're going to focus today's Sip and Spill segment on Kemba Joe once more in an effort to get to know her more, to, introduce her to you guys, endear her to you guys. Millie. Right? So we're going to put her in the hot box. You ready?
No, but you only about
You ready yourself, you know?
Ready yourself.
But
Ready yourself.
before we
Steady.
do so,
Ready
Millie, big
yourself.
screen. But before we do so, we have to do our due diligence.
Yes.
Right? So before we start with Kemba Joe, we have to make every moment extraordinary with Carrie Bay Hard Cider. Kemba, don't laugh at me, I'm going to get my proper training just now.
I'm not laughing at you because it's a bad thing. I'm laughing
Right.
because I have found my tribe. Carry on.
I have a TikTok with that, by the way.
Carry on.
Right? Henna. All right. Make every moment extraordinary with Carrie Bay Hard Cider. Try the all-new cocktail-inspired mimosa, the champagne-inspired brut, and don't forget rosé with the same refreshing taste you love. Carrie Bay Hard Cider. New look, new flavors, new taste experience. And there you have it. I love you. Drink responsibly. Drink responsibly. Take another one day, Ollie.
This is not responsible, but carry on.
And it's like that. Katie?
I love rosé.
I love it too.
Okay, Kemba Joe. When you thought the spotlight was on you in the last segment.
All right.
My belly hurts.
Okay.
We'll start easy
Ready
with you.
yourself.
I'll start off easy with you.
All right.
Do you have a secret talent, and what is it?
I just sang on air. That was my secret talent.
No, I was about to say except singing and dancing.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
Maybe you can impersonate somebody. Can you?
Oh, you know what? I am very good, I think, with being able to get a couple accents out there.
Really?
Do tell.
I
Do tell.
I think I got something that I need to really work on.
I think so too.
But like at the same time, like I'm
Becky?
not with the good hair, right?
Becca?
Like
from the burbs.
Becky from the burbs. I like. So I think that, I mean, again, sweating. The talent that I may have is that I really can switch into those kinds of personalities.
Yes, she can.
It's really, really funny. I don't know if this is a talent per se, but it's a secret skill. It's, you hablo el español a little bit.
Yo hablo. Oh, yes. Yo también.
Épale, entonces vamos a
Tienes
charlar.
que hablar muy despacio.
Ajá, vamos
Por
a
favor.
platicar un poquito más.
Por
So,
favor.
so those are given the thought process right now, I would think that those are the ones.
El tengo el
Indeed,
pan-
indeed.
No.
No,
what?
you don't.
Kids.
¿Qué tienes tú?
Tengo el gato en mi pantalones.
Oh my
You
gosh.
have
You do not have a cat in your pants.
Well,
That's all I know in Spanish.
well. Next question.
All right. Okay. Well, Katie went easy. I shall go easy too.
Thanks.
For only this one.
Oh, good.
All right. Are you, well, this might be obvious, but you never know. Are you more of an extrovert or an introvert or an ambivert?
Ambivert.
All
For
right.
sure. It really does depend.
Really?
So as vibrant and effervescent like my Caribbean that I might be, I do enjoy downtime by myself.
Indeed.
Quiet time, turn off everything and just exist, right? So I would say I'm an ambivert, and it also depends on how comfortable I feel in the space.
Exactly.
So, not to overthink, but just to be in the space of, if I don't
You
feel
better tie
comfortable,
these things in, girl.
all the time. If I'm not comfortable, I'm not going to say anything.
I still wouldn't call myself an ambivert, I would still say introvert because it's exactly what you just said. I have to be comfortable in the space, know the people in the space, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
But I find like when I go into my shell, and it's usually around people that I'm just meeting or people that I don't have relationships with,
Right.
it is a bit too much. It goes from one extreme to the next. There's no in between. So it's either you can't get me to shut up or I'm a mute.
Right. No, I think I'm learning how to navigate and be fluid in these spaces, but I would say I'm an ambivert. To answer the question, ambivert.
Okay.
Take it away, Kate.
That was nice.
Okay, and under the laws of Trinidad and Tobago, we do not have plead the fifth, so
No, you could plead the fifth once on this show. Yes, fine.
But you know what? Mama didn't raise no food.
Go ahead.
we could get.
But when we music, though, Malik, we need no music in the background, boy.
How steamy can we get?
As steamy as you want it.
Okay. You don't have to answer anything. You
Thanks.
Feel comfortable. Okay.
Appreciate it.
What's the weirdest thing that turned you on?
Somebody speaking a foreign language.
Is that
That's
just
not
for Kemba,
weird.
or can we all answer that question?
I feel like I'd like to have company in this moment.
It's not weird.
No, you said weird. That's weird for normal people. Like, you talk a foreign language, and I'm just melting all over the place.
I feel like that's not weird.
Really?
Because maybe you're my kind of weird.
Maybe.
I think it's accents for me. I cannot hear a British accent without falling into a puddle of
A puddle.
I'm putty in whoever's hands once they're British.
Let me think.
Yeah, love a
No,
British
for
accent.
me, it's not just the accent; it's the language itself.
Oh.
And I think it's probably if it's unexpected. So I may not expect. I don't know. If Katie, looking like how Katie looks, very Nubian goddess, right? And then
posture, you're dancing it.
Yes, it's the face for me, killing me. And then she opens her mouth and like German comes out.
Yeah. Oh gosh, yes.
That's what I mean by like that's really
unexpected.
Okay,
the
I
irony,
get what you
paradox,
mean.
that kind of thing.
So it's not really accent for me,
right.
but your vocabulary. Oh my
that
god.
is a turn on.
It's very sexy.
It's like when
KTC, talk the things.
man.
I think I need some water.
No, drink your Caribbean.
Drink your Caribbean and spill
Yeah,
some more.
so that
but
is
see, when
definitely
somebody
it.
enter chat and say WYD, instant turn off, goodbye, next. I'm not doing anything.
Right.
So you see, when a guy WYD me,
Oh, what you doing?
listen,
Have a purpose.
I'm like, I am
purpose is to
exiting that, this
WYD.
chat is what I'm doing.
Use your words.
But when
Find
a
your
man
roots.
comes and he has a conversation with me, and he uses, and I not like you have to know all the words in the dictionary, right?
Right.
But the way he could string together a sentence, yeah, I will do backflips.
Steam.
Well, all right.
Steam.
I shall do all of the backflips.
Next question, please.
I didn't say mine.
Oh, sorry. I thought it was accents.
What was the question, Kate?
Mine was, what's the weirdest thing that turns you on?
This is physical.
Okay.
Carry on.
So, I don't know if to share this.
Well, you're overthinking right now, so
See what you did there, and I liked it.
Touche.
Do it again.
Okay, so if someone like just bites my index finger while it's in this position,
It's not the kind of show,
it's
ladies.
a huge turn on. And I don't mean like a pet bite or a little nipple, like bite it so hard. Like it's like, it's not relaxed, it's taut. So like if you're making a fist but with one finger and someone bites it.
Queen of Bacchanal.
Queen of Bacchanal. This is what it is. This is what this show is about. Is Islandgirl talk. Give me a break.
you're back in my knees.
Right.
But okay.
Oh, it's my turn to ask.
It is. It is.
So, okay. Tell me something. Do you believe? And somebody told me I must never ask this question, but I do not care. I don't care.
Okay, right. Appreciate the disclaimer.
Katie will ask the deep questions. I will ask the quickie, weird questions.
I like them both.
Do you think there's a possibility that the Earth might be flat?
No, it is round.
It is round.
Yes.
I
it
love
is
the
round.
no pause.
No pause.
I like the direct response.
It is no. Here's my why. There's always a why.
Here's my why.
There is this astronomy page. So I'm really into the stars. I love the stars. I love the moon. I love the planet. I love the solar system. Everything. And the way that he captures it's cosmic background is the name of the page. The way that he captures his footage, there's no way that it can be flat based on that. So no, I don't believe it's flat.
We shall have a conversation after.
All right, say less. But that's my answer.
I want to ask you one more. It's in keeping.
Sure.
It's weird like that. What about aliens?
For sure.
For sure. You believe that they exist?
There's no way that we could be by ourselves. Every star that is in the sky is an entire galaxy waiting to be explored.
Indeed.
So there's no way we could be by ourselves. We're obnoxious and we're full of ourselves like that. But no, when I say aliens, I just mean other creatures out there, other beings out there. Yeah, if you wanna call them aliens, fine. But we're not the only ones.
Indeed, indeed. Katie, hit me with a deep one, girl.
Okay, I would be I would be more authentic if I was a little bit more black.
That's a good one.
I would
Katie, where do you get these from,
my
girl?
head. I would be more authentic if I was a little bit more black.
That's a hard one to answer because I've been so authentic. All that you see is all that I am. However, if I cussed people out more,
I like that. It's very real.
I've had to hold my tongue in lots of things, and that ties back into the whole not
Censor
speaking
yourself.
thing. Yeah, because it's like no, I don't want to cause us violence. We're choosing violence. So I would be more authentic if I did that.
Well, now that making me want to ask you, have you ever been in a physical fight?
No, ma'am, I can't fight.
Okay.
That's why she holds her tongue.
to turn the other cheek constantly. It didn't matter how many. No matter how many. 4 cheeks. Upper and lower. That's it. And I was taught to turn them all the time. And no,
all the time, girl.
Violence now.
Hi,
but I'll fight with my words.
You'll fight with your
and
words.
my strategy, not my fists.
All right.
I'd like to learn though.
I want to ask you a yes/no question. You can just answer yes or no.
Sure.
But if you want to elaborate, it's up to you.
Okay.
Do you have any fears?
Spiders. Yes.
Girl, hate them.
And the thing is, it's not that I just hate them. So snakes, I'm not a fan. But spiders,
I can handle snakes.
Spiders, it's an irrational.
What kind? Because I can handle the daddy long legs.
Anything bigger than a daddy long legs. So we're talking like, if anyone were to ever do that, I may actually go into like some sort of cardiac arrest. It's terrible. And then I scream and I laugh and I cry at the same time.
Girl,
and I
have no time to laugh.
I cannot catch myself.
I was in a standoff with a giant spider years ago for 6 hours. I stood on the bed, rooted on the bed. Listen, legs, knees, ankles, everything aching. And I could not move because I knew if I moved to try and get that big on, that freaking spider would be gone.
No.
I stayed at that thing for 6 hours until my dad came home.
I would have just found
a
new place to live.
And let me tell you something.
Australia's not going to see me.
If I could see those spiders.
Australia's not going to see me.
If I could see those hairs on that spider.
Please stop.
Listen, I would have a seizure.
We're not doing it.
I'm okay with spiders. I'm actually okay with all animals except for
like
lizards.
You said, if you could see the hair, and like I started to feel heat, and it's not the
other day I
Caribbean.
literally picked up a cockroach from its antennas and threw it out because my roommates were scared.
I could function like cockroaches. I would get by because it's not like I don't like them, but I'm not afraid of them. Spiders, those are my fears.
I'll pick up the spider.
Yeah, boys. Spiders. No,
I feel like throwing up thinking about
Kitty,
it.
see
what?
How?
With my hands?
I feel like throwing up thinking about
Lizards,
it.
however,
Yes.
no,
You would have
we
passed
do not.
out.
Yes, we pass out.
I went to the bathroom today. You would have passed out.
This one? Oh hell no! So the next time you will vet
Yeah,
bathroom and
I'll
let me
vet the
know.
bathroom.
Yes.
I got your lizards as long as you have my spiders
I will have all the spiders for you.
Thanks. Appreciate it. That was nice. I like that.
Indeed. Guys, if you're just joining us, we are putting Cambodia in the hot box in our Sip and Spill segment. We're asking her
all right so far.
all kinds of
And if you're
out-of-timing
now
questions.
joining us, this is Camber Joe. Lovely,
Indeed.
one
Welcome,
of the
welcome.
new faces.
Newest face on the IG too.
IG too.
I have one more for you. Katie, you have
All
one more
right.
too?
I have plenty more.
Katie,
Oh, gosh,
I
well,
see in Katie
I'm
page
gonna
right
ask
now.
one more and then Katie, you're going to take it away. When was the last time you cried? And you have the option to tell us why.
I thought of my son growing into the absolutely amazing human being that he is.
Aww.
And a ball on the place. Because time just goes and he's getting so big. That was last week.
Last week.
As in today's
That
Wednesday.
last
week. That was like Friday. It wasn't Friday, it was Saturday. I had gone to Turtle watching. I was telling you, I went to Turtle watching. I went to Turtle watching and I just thought of how much you would have enjoyed it. And then I talked to him. I was like, oh my gosh, guess what I did? And like the conversation and the engagement. And then I cried.
I want all of us to answer that question. Katie, when was the last time you cried?
Last time I cried,
It's no face.
Saturday. Wait.
Saturday.
Saturday, yes, for multiple reasons. The first one of my best friends launched her first breakfast pop-up shop, and it was a really big deal. And because I had school obligations, I had to miss it. And I was sitting down in front of the computer doing my assignment, crying, knowing that she was there, and I'm getting worked up about it because she's been there for me every step of the way with Healing Queens and all that other things and other things personal and whatnot. And I just felt like, and I know she understood, and she's like, Katie, this is important to you, you need to focus on this. I get it. But I felt like I wasn't there for her when I felt like not that she needed me there, because she had her whole thing handled. Shout out to you, Tori Talks.
Oh yes, the breakfast thing.
Yeah, the breakfast
Right.
But I just felt like I was not being a good friend, and it was not anything that she did to make me feel that way. I just felt like in that moment, like, oh God, like I just really wanted to be there for my friend. That was one. Second one was that there was Healing Queens video day, and seeing my students overcome their fears in front of the camera. And these are women who don't stand in front of the camera at all, just killing it, living their best life. Like I was just like, what? Like as a teacher watching your student just be everything that you want them to be, and not just doing it for me, doing it for themselves.
It's like you see that spring up of that sprout of something really special.
I see that they finally see how I see them. They finally see it in themselves. So I cried for that.
That's nice.
I also cried that I got home at 2 a.m. that morning because electricity went and all that. So we had to literally sit down in the studio for hours waiting for the electricity to come back. So video did ended pretty late. So I got home at 2 a.m. in the morning, and I had an assignment due. I had 2 presentations to prep for, and I cried because of how overwhelmed I was.
It's too much.
I want to cry just
understand.
listening to that.
I understand.
I started to cry because I'm like, it's quote unquote the last week. Can I actually do it the way that I saw myself doing it? And I was just like, this is a lot. Like, so yeah, that's
nah, that overwhelmed cries. I kind of cry.
Yeah.
What about you? When last you cry, ma'am?
Last night.
You lie.
I lie. Last night. For a plethora of reasons. I don't want to get into it.
Just everything. Mercury is drinking Gatorade. Mercury is drinking all the Gatorade.
For the things that are going right and have gone right, for the things that have gone wrong, for everything else in between, and all the emotions that it cooked up.
Yeah, Mercury is in retrograde for sure. And full moon, that energy and the magic of a full moon, I get it.
Yes.
It's all right. So we all cry. I love man.
Yeah. Not a boo-hoo-hoo ugly cry Kim Kardashian. No, just you know.
Shed a tear.
Yeah, no.
A few. But yeah.
And it was funny because once upon a time, not too long ago, crying was a thing. I was like, oh my God. The only time I would have cried would have been like Disney movies.
Yeah.
For you.
For me.
Like crying.
Like I'll sob for Disney movie, but like something major in life would happen and I'll be like, okay, fine. and I've learned how to.
Okay, fine.
Okay, fine. I've learned how to get back into that space. So no, we cry for everything.
Yeah, we cry for-
Disney movies and some.
Okay, I think we're gonna leave Katie to hit you a few deep ones.
Okay.
About 3 more, Kate. What do you think?
Okay, sure.
Before we wrap. Get ready, yeah?
What is or was the hardest quality about yourself you had to understand?
That I have a voice.
Very nice.
That it can be used. That I have something to say. Okay, now I'm gonna cry.
Why was that the hardest?
Are you gonna
quality?
cry?
I'm gonna cry. Oh no, hold on.
Do
I am a crier. Because it was the one thing that thanks up. It was the one
that's fine.
thing that I really silent. You know, it's hard to reject something about yourself, and when you're constantly told to this, to that, too loud, to this, it's not,
Girl.
you know, why I have to talk about the problems that going on, because there's problems. I had to say it. You know, I really did get on myself for talking and for
It's
using my
also
voice.
overwhelming and frustrating to not feel heard.
Absolutely.
Oh, and even worse, feeling like you don't even like people don't even want to hear you.
Correct. And when that happens for so long, you really do, at least in my case, I really did just shut down completely. And it was one thing I was just like, well, maybe something is wrong with me for talking and saying the things that I say. Well, now I'm going to just say it.
Ain't nothing wrong with you, honey. Not one thing.
Choose violence.
Talk the things. Yeah.
Are we doing 3 of my questions?
Yes, that's
Yeah.
what she
Okay.
said.
Okay.
I'm prepared. I've stopped sweating.
Are you lying to yourself about anything right now?
Nope.
Okay.
100% authentic.
I like being, I worked really hard to be who I am now.
I feel that.
And so
Yes,
I
get
don't
that energy.
lie to myself. I may not necessarily speak up and out about it to other people. But listen, me and my journal.
You like that. You like that.
That's right.
I don't
Your
lie
bestie.
to myself in
That's
that
good.
way. Yeah.
That's
You
good.
stand in your authenticity. I love that.
Loudly.
A lot of people cannot do that. And
they're very scared
people
of doing that.
like us, I'm saying us because I know for a fact that we do this, but you know, people resent us for standing in our truths.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going back.
No, there's no way. I can't anymore. And even if I could, I would.
Exactly.
I like that one. Thanks.
You're welcome. Last one. So you can think of anything, right? When I ask you a question, it does not have to be positive. It doesn't have to be negative, right?
Right.
Was it worth it?
Yes.
Okay. Ooh.
All right, Camera Joe.
It
Okay.
always is.
And there you have it, guys. It's a wrap for our Sip and Spill segment. We wanted to highlight Kemba Joe, our newest addition to the Island Girl Talk team.
Cheers.
Yes, I cheers. Kiana, it was nice.
Thank you.
All right, it was nice.
I was nervous.
A little bit.
But you know what? These are the kinds of questions that I love. So I'm just glad that I was able to.
Courtesy Katie Cat.
Courtesy both of you.
Right? Indeed.
Come on, what on you list next
Guys,
week?
we're gonna just take one more break before we continue. We still have more show for y'all, you know, but we ain't done yet.
We ain't done.
Right? Only relax on yourself. Stay, you know, go get a drink, come back.
Preferably
Whatever you're doing,
Caribbean.
you do, just put us on, let us play in the background, and you do your do while you prep for tomorrow, whatever the case may be. All right, but keep it locked right here to Island Girl Talk, of course, only on OURradio.fm. We'll be right back after these messages.
Caribe Hard Cider. Moments made extraordinary.
Oh na na na, oh na 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 na, oh na na na, Oh na 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 na. Oh na na na. Oh na 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 na. Oh na na na. Oh na 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 na. This is an emergency. I'm begging urgently. This is a serious case. The way you put in work on me, just like a surgeon when you operate that ways. Well, I don't need your love, but I need your company. Baby, please hold up, let me feel your company. If police roll up like they want to come for me, Lord, bring the thing and give it to me. Girl, you are the remedy. How you whine on me, the thing that you're giving me, curing me, so I really need your remedy. Raise the vibe in me, give me waistline therapy, push back on me till you make me say na na, oh na na na, oh na 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 na, oh na na na, oh na 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 na, oh na na na, oh na na na, oh na na na. Give me the fix right now. Start to whine now. Start to whine now. Start to whine now. Give me the fix right now. Start to whine now. Start to whine now. Start to whine now. Give me the fix right now. I'm losing patience. No more hesitation. Please don't make me wait in line. I need an explanation. Now follow the ways you cause it with the cure one time. Well, I don't need your love, but I need your company. Baby, please hold up, let me feel your company. If police roll up like they want to come for me, let them come. Bring the thing and give it to me. Girl, you are the remedy. How you whine on me, the thing that you're giving me, curing me, so I really need your remedy. Raise the vibe in me, give me waistline therapy, push back on me till you make me say.
Oh na na na. Oh na 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 na. All right. Of course, welcome back to Island Girl Talk. We are here. I'm Kemba Joe. With me tonight it's
KDC
and
Crystal King.
this is the inaugural episode, the launch of season 2.
Indeed it
and
is.
Of course, I'm a new face. Get familiar. I'll be here for a while.
I like that.
If you're just joining, don't forget that you can like and you can still share because we have some time left in our show. We're going to get right into it, right? Because important to know what's trending.
Indeed, with
And what's trending? It's going to be like the biggest thing for this month. I don't really care what else is happening. Because Redemption is happening this weekend. And do you know why I'm so excited?
I know you are.
It's not because I'm a Buju fan. I might not look it.
Oh gosh, everybody's a Buju fan.
Yeah, but like
Anything
most people
about
let's
it.
watch me and be like, what you know about that?
Oh gosh, look at Katie's face.
What happened?
Not a Buju fan? No. Oh. Blasphemy!
I mean, I know who he is. I like.
So you see, not everybody's looking.
I get in palpitations, Casey. Really.
Blood pressure going up. So I really love Buju, and it's funny because again, people look at me and they cast this judgment about that. No, I love Buju. Barris too.
Yes.
But most importantly, because IGT is gonna be there. So this, of course, is happening this weekend. It's the biggest thing,
Reggae
right?
event.
And of course, it's not the first one that we've had. It's the
I think this is the 11th installment.
11th
I think
installment. Yep.
it's like 11 years. Don't quote me on that yet, but I think I read that somewhere.
Yes, and
Because I
so
jumped 6 and 11.
Yeah,
This
it's
6 and 11,
it's
that's a
been
big
around
jump.
for a while.
it has been. No, I just want to actually make sure that's not talking chippiness. So,
but it's being headlined by, of course, Buju Bantam. We have Luciano in the mix. We have four of the international reggae acts. Luciano. Who else? Anthony B.
We have
Black Loyalty.
Oh, thanks there, girl. Black Loyalty, local act. Of course, and we play his music.
Heard a lot
here.
about him. Yes,
so
indeed.
most definitely, it's set to be a night to remember. And I said 6 because it's the 6th of me. That is what happened, and it is most definitely the
event of the year.
I believe of the year. That's absolutely correct.
It's being put on by Tropics Entertainment. These are the same people behind Army Fete and that kind of thing. So, you know, big up you, Traffic.
Yes, correct. Is
All
right.
right.
So, I mean, and in the past, there have been artists that have come in like Sizzler, Anthony B, Jackie, or Taurus Riley. But
Yes.
this time around,
Anthony's coming back too, indeed.
Yeah,
Yes.
we have a couple. I am really, really, really excited. You have no idea.
So let we sing something now. We singing whole show. I want
Which
a buju
now?
Let me sing a buju now.
Now, when you put on totally listen, make him a sweat.
I know.
Make him a sweat a little bit.
I know.
Little sparkle.
And I know is a buju fan, and I trying to figure out what
you
it
don't
is.
know.
And
it's the brain fart, you know.
Come on, Ananias, help us out there. Buju song. Hey, 1, 2, 3. I'm living to the Father I will pray. Only him know how we get through every day with all the hype and the price of a leg we have to pay. While our leaders slay, all I see people are ripping up round. I'm not you never love to see teeth with long back. No love for the people who are suffer real bad without a toll to the full. May God help his soul. What is to stop the youth from get out of control? Full up our education, let now on a payroll. All right, come back to us. The clothes on my back are countless. I could go on and on. The full has never been. Hey, Buju! Let me stop my shopping. Okay,
ladies and gentlemen,
this is what Buju does.
That was a dry run of what you can expect to see. No, you know what it was? I had the complete brain fart because my favorite song from him is I Wanna Be Loved, not for who you think I am, not what you want me to be. That you love me for real love with no strings attached. I was like, hey, and all Katie doing is bottle and spoon. You know what? It's
she
the support.
could not be bothered.
It's the support for me.
All right,
I got you.
We'll take that, kids.
I got you.
Of course, that's happening. That's the good stuff that's happening. I'm really very excited about it. But we did have this thing that happened last week as well. Going to touch on it really briefly. That last Friday there was chaos and pandemonium. Secondary schools were evacuating left, right, and center.
Yes,
I know that you've been under a rock. So
I don't know. I got
actually
a message from a random person telling me, saying something about if your kids got messages.
Bomb scares in
and
all
of
the
course,
schools.
Parents far and wide were freaking out. We didn't know which schools. We didn't know what was happening at the time. It turned out that, of course, it was secondary schools were targeted. So, of course, I was in shambles. I was like primary school. And then, my son's school had emailed immediately and we were good. So that took place. And why I think it's important to talk about it's, school is already hard, man. Like, you sitting down there and you don't know if this is a normal drill, a scary drill, and joke. And I think it was a joke. But what kind of sick joke is that?
Tell me, what do you think about that? Because the first thing, let me tell you all something, this is how I think. I'm sorry to be morbid, but you know how in America you have all these school mass shootings and that kind of thing. And when you think about it, I don't know if this happens anywhere else in the world, but you don't hear about mass shootings in schools, churches, and the like in anywhere else but America. Right? Even if it happens, they don't happen as often, right? As often as in America. And I remember thinking to myself, not that long ago, I hope some idiot does not start this trend in Trinidad, because we have a way we like to follow everything America does, whether it's good or bad.
And I think that's why it was so scary for a lot of people. Because, I say people, but I'll put myself in that space. It's like, really?
When I heard it, I was like, wow, I called it. But I called it. And I was like, bomb scares, yes, but just think about it.
It was very targeted. And the message, just before you share, Katie, the message that they had sent in, it was an email that was sent to all of these different schools. Explosives were planted on the buildings and they intended to kill everyone.
Did you guys see the email?
Yeah.
There was an email that was sent.
No one will be left alive. Trinidad will bleed soon, very soon. A sea of blood will be spilled. Like, it was eerie and gave me the chills.
And they tried to give the impression that it was a child, like a teenager that wrote it. That is not the writing of a teenager.
That was a note left where? Sorry.
That was the email. That was the message in the email that was sent to all of these schools and had these children flying out it was around lunchtime, and I remember that it caused so much unnecessary traffic. And if you think of Port of Spain alone,
listen to the words, Trinidad will bleed.
That's horrible. Bishops,
scary,
Holy Name, CIC, QRC in like a really small or close proximity to the other. Yeah, and then any primary schools that may have done anything else out of precaution. That's madness. Lunchtime, Fatima down the road, Mukarapo down the road, right? That was crazy. I think there were schools in the east and in central and stuff too. 50
it was
schools. 50.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I remember getting bomb scares when I was in secondary school, but then you said that and I was like, not like
it wasn't. We had the 2x4 things, and that Crystal, it is a little not morbid, but it is a scary thought to think of.
Yes.
That's some foolishness because we clearly don't have an identity for
So
ourselves.
it was a joke, or did they find
They found nothing. They found nothing to date. So one might believe that it might have been a terrible
But even
joke.
if it was a terrible joke, it still can't be something that
is taken
should
lightly.
not. Yeah, exactly.
The fact that somebody was capable of articulating it so well, I don't think it's that far-fetched for it to go from
is
joke
what
to
makes
reality.
it so scary. That is what makes it so unsettling.
But in this day and age, I mean, IP addresses, we don't have some kind of like tech genius that could find this person, trace them.
That
I
exam
don't know.
Sunday, somebody wrote it.
I mean, I know people say, they could probably do it, conceal it, and do it from a internet cafe or
But
whatever the case may
it
be.
wasn't a
But
cafe. So what they said was that being able to trace or like get the investigation going, there were a couple challenges were posed because the site that the person had used, it's intended to be anonymous.
I see.
Right.
But I also feel like we could get around that if we really wanted
I
to.
think so too.
I
think so too.
So that's what's trending.
That's what trending.
Yeah.
You know what we forgot to do? Announce. Let's talk trends.
No, we can do it now.
Segment, but
No,
We
okay.
spoke
Next
trends.
week. We spoke trends.
Why are we so corny on this show?
Next week,
I don't know.
We'll do it at the beginning next week.
We'll do it at the beginning. But guys, it's very sad, and I try not to think about it, but at the end of the day, we're not going to really get anywhere in any country, but here in Trinidad, unless we all come together and literally fight for what we want. We have to remember that these governments work for us, but we don't seem to grasp that as a people, as a collective. You know what I'm saying?
France got it right.
France got it right, but I think people are afraid of that. What most people call it is anarchy.
Singapore
but is it
got it
anarchy
right.
if it's going to bring about the right change for the people?
We'll have to have a next conversation
Most
because
positive-
the thoughts I have about that.
Exactly.
Carry on.
And most positive change that come about in countries over the history was brought about by revolution.
Absolutely. And
Singapore.
Sometimes violence,
that we're
but
seeing,
revolution too.
the kind that we're seeing, absolutely.
But it's not this kind of show, right? We're trying to
no,
rile up
no,
the
no,
people.
no, no,
We
no,
want
no,
anybody
no.
to say we all right?
No,
All right,
no, no,
let's
no,
leave
no,
we
no,
pattern
no.
down and leave us alone, please. Guys,
We're going back to
let me wrap
Islandgirls.
it
We're
up
going back to
at Kemba.
Wrapping it up
Yeah.
with
Well, that's it for trends, guys. Let's talk trends. Redemption is this Saturday,
Yes.
May 6th.
yes. Look out for us.
Yes,
we will be
I-
there. We will
shall
be covering
there.
this new crew, new cast for IGT.
Well, season 2
You know
cast,
what?
yeah.
Guess what? That is what's trending. The new cast
Oh, gosh.
for IGT.
I cannot.
Said what I said.
Oh, my gosh.
All right.
Season 1 cast will come for your Kemba.
That's all right. We have room. That's okay.
But guys, it's all a love, it's all a everything, and we'll come back when we're ready. We'll rotate and
Of
we'll do
course.
our things.
It have room for everybody here, you know.
Indeed,
And
indeed,
you
For
can
sure,
sit
for
with
sure.
us.
Right, the option is there. Let's see what the chat room is saying. We're leaving out our
I
people, man.
find we went to
Oh,
ads
warm.
and did not see anything.
We have Dion's thoughts saying, first of all, we have Lorenzo saying excellent point on the what if
Dion.
question and going back
Oh,
to
good. We
topic
are
of the day.
all the way back.
Far
Not
back.
too much. Then we have Dion saying, look, Kemba Joel.
Who's this
You have a fan?
Dion Carrington.
Dion's thoughts and feelings, Dion Carrington.
Hi, sugar. Oh, good.
He also said he loves Jarrell as well. We
Yes.
have Stephen Warwick saying good afternoon, pass through, have a good day or night, I should say. Colin Egot is back saying Latina Kemba saying things, boy.
That Crystal friend.
Giselle Fleming says this was enjoyable. I'm guessing the sip and spill.
Yes.
She leaves is in the house. She leaves is a fan of this show. Hello, my
Hello.
dear. She says welcome and welcome back. This new timeline is working in my favor, boy.
I like that.
All right, we're doing
I
things
like
right,
that.
yo.
I like that.
We are doing things right with this new time.
I really like that.
Guys, of course, we want to take another break before we prepare for our newest segment, right? Of which we will reveal when we get back, right? Keep it locked right here to Island Girl Talk on Trinidad and Tobago's #1 online radio station, O.U.R radio.fm. Guys, take it away.
Caribe Hard Cider. Moments made extraordinary.
HD, double M, yeah. 3 to the C. A buckle of spoon and I begin the dance. Now head done gone, so I feel into chant out you. And a bottle of rum. You don't need to wine on me in the party. I'm already drunk. One thing I need inside of the fence. Give me a bottle of rum. I love me rum and me rum it love me. I'm totally drunk. My baby never cheat on me yet. Give me a bottle of rum. Cause I drinking whole night. And I whining, head nice. And I only smiling, baby. With a bottle of rum. See I drinking, just check me how I whining. I catch it all night, I smiling, baby. Give me a bottle of rum. Hey, signal the bartender, cause I'm ready to put down my order. And I'm ready to bang for behavior. No, you don't have to want me. You can make your wrongs through the party. And if you bounce up the army, baby, don't be surprised if they're looking for me. You're coasting all day, hey. Well, I's a man, I don't play, hey. You used to be my baby. Tonight, I need you to know. You ask if my love is true, and thought I said I love you, but girl I said you. And a bottle of rum. You don't need to wine on me in the party. I'm already drunk. One thing I need inside of the fence. Give me a bottle of rum. I love me rum and me rum it love me. I'm totally drunk. My baby never cheats on me yet. Give me a bottle of rum. Cause I'm drinking whole night. And I'm whining, head nice. And I'm only smiling, baby. With a bottle of rum. See I drinking, just check me how I'm whining. I catch it all night, I'm smiling, baby. I'm intoxicated, and my speech sorry. I say my speech getting complicated, but the driver done designated, so I'm on the road to get wasted. Yeah, sober overrated, cause I'm drinking rum by the cases, and I can't identify faces. So I'm picking a random bumper to jam down girl and understand. Cause I really don't care if you come to wine, cause running on girl is a waste of time. And I think about love, what come to mind is rum. I love my bottle, love my drinking. You can hear me singing you. And a bottle of rum. You don't need to wine on me in the party. I'm already drunk. One thing I need inside of a fest. Give me a bottle of rum. I love me rum and the rum it love me. I'm totally drunk. My baby never cheats on me yet. Give me a bottle of rum. Drinking whole night. And I'm whining, head nice. And I'm only smiling, baby. With a bottle of rum. Drinking, just check me how I'm whining. I catch it all night, I'm smiling, baby. Give me a bottle of rum. See I'm drinking whole night. And I'm whining, head nice. And I'm only smiling, baby. See I'm drinking, just check me how I'm whining. I catch it all night, I'm smiling, baby. Give me a bottle of rum.
gosh.
What are you doing? Just little party vibes, you know? What kind of thing, Sam? Perhaps you don't know nothing about no party vibes.
All right. We are back. Good evening, Trinidad and Tobago. We are back with more show for you guys. Big screen Malik. Yes, I. Welcome to Island Girl Talk. If you're just joining us, we're your hosts. I'm Crystal Kane.
I'm Katie C.
Kemba Joe.
And guys, this is one of the newest segments that we're about to reveal. Still in the works, but we couldn't wait any longer. It's been something that we've been, working on for a while, mulling over and that kind of thing. All right, this segment is called The Startup Spot.
I like it.
You like it?
Yes.
It have a ring to it.
I like it a lot.
Kitty?
I like it a lot.
Me gusta
You
mucho.
did good. Give me some. All right.
Talk this part.
Right, don't leave me hanging. Yes, I. This startup spot. So, guys, let me tell you a little bit of what it's about. The startup spot is a tongue twister, you know. The startup spot. Anyway, the startup spot is basically our new business segment where we plan to highlight a lot of local entrepreneurs, who have their own startups, their new businesses, small business owners and large, and we just want to highlight all the people who have a product or service to offer in Trinidad and Tobago, just to spread awareness and to highlight so people will know, it's an effort to support local in a sense. In addition to highlighting business owners, large and small and big, whatever the case may be.
All of them.
All are we.
We want to also, give you guys some tips and hacks and these kind of things that would help you to improve your business and that kind of thing. We also going to have people showcasing their products on this show and all that jazz. Anything to do with business, anything to do with entrepreneurship and the like, we shall do on the startup spot.
I like
all
that.
right? Indeed.
Now, I have to say, I am happy to be a worker for someone. I'm putting it right out there.
You're putting it out? Oh, gosh.
I don't know that I have it in me
You
to
were
start
at
up
all.
a business.
Girl.
So, help me.
Girl.
What would be some of the things if I really did want to start up something? What can I think of? What would you share with me?
Well, you know what? Here's what. We're going to provide about 5 tips.
I like that.
And we will go through, what you're asking
Explain a
for.
little bit.
Good, but more or less answer your question there.
Okay.
All right. I want to do the first one. So when you consider, what we're going to do now is give you all a few tips. Like if you're thinking about starting a business of your own, whether it's making candles or soap, whether it is providing a cleaning service, whether it is whatever you think is in demand right now, or you found the solution to something that people are craving or wanting or needing, whatever it may be, here are 5 tips to help you if you're just starting out. The first one, and I like this one, find what you are passionate about. All right? Now, mind you, what you're passionate about has to coincide with demand, right? Otherwise, why doing it? You know what I'm saying? It has to, right? But I would add to that. What I would add to that is find out too what the public is passionate about too, and make sure that it marries. Same thing I'm saying, right? You have to find that pocket that where your passion or ability or talent meshes with what the people need. What the people need. You have to find your market, your niche, and that kind of thing. So I would say that is the first thing that you have to find, and find that recipe where the two can marinate.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? So
I have thoughts, but I'll stay quiet. For now.
Let's hear your thoughts.
Because I feel like now I'm deterred because everyone does that. One, I don't like to do the things that everybody else does. But two, what I'm passionate about, why do I need to turn that into a business?
You don't have to. But if you decide to, make sure it's something that you're passionate about.
I just want to make money.
Because then you're
I'm passionate about making money.
Well, all right.
Found it.
But that passion is what keeps you tenacious. That passion is what keeps you motivated and driven.
Absolutely facetious.
Because there's going to be
Katie's word.
times when you are
questioning
if this is the right
what
choice.
have I done? Yeah, so
you gotta know your why.
That's always your why and your passion.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, I got that.
All right. What's another tip?
I would say to find others who share the same passion.
Yes.
So find your community.
Learn from them too, huh?
And learn from them. Like it's only so far you can go by yourself. It takes a community. We weren't born. I mean, yes, you were born by yourself, but
We are social beings. We
we
need
are
people.
social beings.
It's
we
true.
need people, even if it's one person, to help you. When I say community, to help you along with the business. Even if it's not the person like physically helping you, mentally helping you. Like you've reached a rut, or you've reached an obstacle. That's your go-to person.
Gotcha.
Hey, I'm stuck. What next? And by you talking it over with somebody who's also probably passionate about your passion, though they may not be within the team itself of the organization or the business or whatnot, it can help steer you into profits and making money.
Right.
Because
I like that.
our passion is to make, well,
That's
Kemba's
the
passion is to make money.
That's
so.
the passion.
I like that.
Okay. Right.
Indeed.
Paying attention. What else you got for me?
I think, and this is from experience, like create a proper business model, right?
That's where the hard work does come in.
Not really.
Yeah, lie.
It just
Not
basically
even.
means streamlining what you're going to do and just knowing how you're going to do it.
Yeah.
All right? That's
So,
basically
no
what it is.
skeleton.
Don't let
No mama
the
guy.
jargon fool you.
No mama guy. This actually, I was like, oh my God, the idea of creating a business model has felt so daunting. And you just kind of put it in real simple terms.
You know how I created?
Feel kind of.
You know how I created my business model?
How?
I drew a body, and I drew which parts were important to me. So brain, heart, soul, and
You
being.
can tell she's an emotional person, huh?
And I have, remember I said finding a community?
Yeah.
I have 3 ladies who are very close friends of mine, and I modeled my business off of what they bring to me and what they instill in me. So I call them my core queens. One, she helps me organize my thoughts. The next one helps me with words. Like sometimes back in the past, I wouldn't be able to figure out how to say something to somebody who was being like, demanding or coming at me. The next one would be Soul. She really, this was Zakia, she really was the one that was like, girl, get out of your head. Stop overthinking.
Indeed.
And
do the
analysis
things.
paralysis.
Yeah, paralysis is gonna just your
Do
brain
it.
freeze.
And then I just felt like I was a heart that pumped the blood throughout the entire body. So
Okay.
that's how I created my business
I
model.
like that.
So I find like your business model as well, and I read that it depends on a couple of things, and one of them being your intrinsic value that you bring,
Values.
right, to the fore, because it might be like somebody else, but something about how you
do
present it is different.
Yeah.
And the other thing is how you plan to monetize it. You understand? So different businesses make money different ways.
Of course.
You understand?
And I always feel like, as you say, value. I'm like, my value is authenticity. How do you monetize authenticity?
Oh,
Oh,
very
that's like, what do you mean?
very well.
Without
trust.
it feeling like
What do
a
you
gimmick. But we'll talk about that next time.
You don't worry about that.
What do
If
you
people
mean?
buying into your authenticity,
Right.
then you sell it, please.
People are buying into you.
Okay.
People buy into how you make them feel.
Have
Have
work to
you
do.
not learned from the Kardashians, as cheesy and as ridiculous as they might be? Have
I
you
have-
not learned from these people?
I have work.
I want
My
to use the word
whole
cheesy.
thing. I have work to do. I'm okay having work to do.
Do you
to,
know
like,
that their
decide.
goals were the exact same thing that you just said? You just want to make money. They just wanted to make money. They have no talent, no nothing. They have not. They didn't break into the industry through traditional means, singing, dancing, acting. Nothing. Not even corporate. Okay.
Before we go off
But you know what they had? A mother who is a beast. And she learned as she went along.
Before we go off topic, we'll talk about that next time. About
I always
why
use them
I
as
feel.
I always use them as an
I get that,
example
huh?
because they literally had they were in so much debt
I get
before,
that.
and
I completely understand, but I just
They
again
had-
that
they had
moral
a
compass
platform,
of
though,
mine. That
that
moral
people-
compass of mine is where we'll have to have
Yes.
a whole episode about that. But
Yeah.
About the
what are the tips? We
Kardashians?
have 2 more tips.
A whole episode.
2 more tips, my dear.
Talk to us.
I'm seeing here, right? Because research is important. You have to test your product.
You have to.
And I like that piece, right? So the best way to test it is to bring it in a what they call like a soft launch, right? So the way that you soft launch.
So you soft launching right now your authenticity.
I can say that I soft launched with Island
like
Girl
that.
Talk through
Yeah.
doing live TikToks.
Right.
And having discourse with at one time there were over 100 and something people watching my live and we were talking about vaccines.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that kind of gave me that
And that's the thing. So like
Practice.
you get the feedback and you know, okay, is this something
Is this
that
where it's
makes
going?
sense?
Yeah.
Of course, you don't want to put out too much until you know that it's going to be viable.
How
or
can you tweak it as
something
well?
that correct is right.
Indeed.
Of course, you have to be open to any criticism, right, or
Of
suggestions
course.
to help you to propel and be better. And then the last tip that I see her. And Katie mentioned it, building a team. And it's the
Yes.
African proverb, if you want to go fast, go alone, but to go far, go together. So
Indeed.
you find people that don't just share your passion, but you could share the passion and still not be part of the team, I feel like, right? But
Yeah.
finding people who are part of the space that will empower and uplift and, I'm sorry, IGT, Island Girl Talk, empower and uplift, that makes it worthwhile. So those are the tips.
Indeed.
Those are the tips.
Yes. So just 5 we're gonna give you all today because we don't want to bog you all down with a bunch of stuff. We had a lot going on today,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So if you're thinking about starting a business, those are 5 organic kind of, you know what I mean? There are of course more technical tips that you can apply and that kind of thing, but you could start with those 5. Make sure you have at least a plan. You know what I mean? And there you have it, short and sweet. That was
Like
our
us.
startup spot. Short and
Say
sweet like
that.
us. Oh, shucks. We're really short,
And sweet.
Oh, gosh.
Hey.
That was
A
our
little spicy.
startup spot segment.
Say that
a
3
very
times fast.
new segment, guys. You're going to be hearing and seeing a lot more to offer. So just, stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Of course.
So we want to do one more break, but we're going to come back with the lovely Kemba once more to wrap us up. We're coming down to the end. Just study it. Keep it
tuned,
locked.
y'all.
Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back after these messages.
Caribe Hard Cider. Moments made extraordinary.
If we fail after trying so hard, it's like taking a bullet to the heart. As one word on the next one starts, as we create this destructive path.
And welcome back to Island Girl Talk. I'm Kemba Joe.
I'm Crystal Kane.
And I'm Katie C.
Oh my goodness. And it has been quite the show, but now it's
course.
time for the Empowerment Minute.
Woosa. And I don't think Katie was ready. You want to do
I
that?
thought we just woosa'd together. I didn't know
We can
had
woosah
done
again.
that. Okay.
Okay, so it's now time for the Empowerment Minute. And of
All
course,
right.
as we get ready to wrap the first episode of season 2 of IGT, I have the pleasure of sharing with you today's quote. Even when it feels uncomfortable, grow. Church. And this was shared by Lala Delia, who's a spiritual writer, a certified spiritual practitioner, a wellness educator, and the founder of Vibrate Higher Daily. So as someone who does meditate and practices mindfulness, this is good stuff.
Let's hear that quote again, though.
Of course, even when it's uncomfortable, even when it feels uncomfortable, grow.
Grow.
That's the only way to do it.
You have a choice.
The only way through it is through it.
Oh, Say it again.
The only way through it is through it.
Absolutely. And I feel like it's in the moments of when you feel like you're not ready, or when you feel like, is it not, you don't know, that uncertainty, just take the next step, one step in the direction that you really want to be. And in that discomfort, you are going to grow. You're going to learn something new about yourself. You're going to learn something new about what you thought maybe you could or could not have accomplished. And whatever you do, just keep going.
And
Just
growing.
keep swimming.
And growing.
Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming, swimming, swimming. What do
Hey
you
now.
do when you swim? You swim.
Okay, Dory. Listen guys, we hope that was a little bit of inspiration and something that you can take into the rest of the week and even the next week.
Absolutely.
Yes?
Yeah.
No matter how much it feels uncomfortable, grow. I know I'm paraphrasing there, but you know.
No, even when. No, for sure.
Even-
Especially when. We changed it every
Especially
quote
when.
all over the
Listen,
place.
so
Right?
Even when it feels
Feels
uncomfortable,
uncomfortable,
grow.
All right? And with that, we wrap the first episode of
Season
Island
2.
Talk Season 2. Whatever language you do. That's all I know.
La segunda temporada.
Well, all right then.
See.
Guys, it's been a pleasure. We hope you guys enjoyed it. Give us some feedback on whether or not you liked this new time. We had answered some of you who were asking us to start at a later time so that they can watch the show in real time. Yes, so if you enjoyed today's show, make sure to like and share the live. Please like up the like button, man. Like it up, man.
Buy a
Season 2,
Caribe.
we don't want to be begging all you know. Like up the live. And of course, share it to your WhatsApp. Share it to your friends, your tanty, your nanny, your mommy, your daddy, brother, sister, everyone. All right? Of course, it's good to be back. It feels great. You know
good
what
to
I'm
be
saying?
here.
Kemba Joe. It's lovely having you, KTC. You my girl. All right.
Congrats on your first episode, girls.
Indeed, you did it.
I did it. Thank you
You
to
did
everyone
it.
that
Before-
shared everything. Just quick thank you. Thank you to everyone that has come on and has showed all the love from now. There's so much more to come.
So much more
So
to
much
come.
more.
Right? Just before we go in, we have to tell people, we have Lorenzo saying, interesting passion, Kemba. That's your money passion. Erin, etc. says, the Island Girls are back. Indeed, we are.
Hello.
Kyle Grant says, but wait now, I finally catch the show live on a Wednesday. It's been a while. You see?
Kyle.
Because usually
6
Kyle
p.m.
usually has to go.
Go, yeah.
I remember that. But now he's able to watch it. And he say, oh, season 2, congrats. And lastly, Fire Wolfman says, season 2, the musical. Love it. Blessings. You see, we was singing right through. Good thing everybody here could sing. We have some talent, you know. Guys, it's been awesome. We want to thank you so much for tuning in. We are back at season 2. Be sure to look out for a special episode of O.U.R. Radio is going to be at Redemption. So we're going to have the grind there. We're going to have Black to Black, and of course you're going to have your Island Girls there this Saturday, May 6th. Redemption, our backstage series. Look out for us. All right. And until next time, it's a wrap. All right.
Next time.
Island Girl Talk, where women are free, you forget, to simply be unapologetically. And once more for Kemba Joe. Island Girl Talk, where women are free to simply be unapologetically. Right? Now, when you're right, don't think it's not making sense grammatically. You know
No,
it
it
is.
makes sense. Don't worry
where
about
women are free to simply be. And then we
Dot,
just
dot,
have ... And then we just have unapologetically.
I got it in a second.
You
wave.
got it?
She got
I got it in a second. wave.
Indeed.
She got it.
I'll have some placards.
Indeed. Guys, we want to thank you all so much. Keep it locked to Island Girl Talk for next week. We'll be back next Wednesday. The new time is 6 p.m. Thank you so much. Bye.
My friend, why you? But good friend better than pocket money. And now all I want in life is soca. It's like they want to pay me with this thing they call soca. Look what it do super when it hit him. Harder than soca start to kill him. Body man, sing soca and living. So my plan is to sing soca until me dead. Oh yo, oh yo, oh yo, oh yo, yo, oh yo, oh yo. It's soca or die.
give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. Give it to me, honey.
Girl, you look normal. Girl, you look normal. Girl, you look normal. Girl, you look normal. Oh, you know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. Girl, you know what you're doing. You face with the eye contact. Girl, what's the noise? Look back. 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 Look back how it parts. Look back. Look back at its feet. Look back. Look back to the stars. Look back. Girl, you look normal. Look back. Look back how it parts. Look back. Look back at its feet. Look back. Look back to the stars. Look back. Girl, you look normal. You know what you're doing. Girl, you know what you're doing. Made you waste with the eye contact. Girl, rather if you send this lady, I just wanna tell you thank you, girl. With that miraculous baby, I do not intend on leaving that. Just know what I say. Girl, when you look back at me, then eye contact, I go make you feel my contact. I want you to touch your contact. So when you start to feel that, look back.
Give it to me, give it to me.
Caribe Hard Cider. Moments made extraordinary.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
No, 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 no. Look where we reach again. End up in a party in the streets again. Even though I never wanna cheat, it's 1,000 man and 1,000 gal. I wanna jam on.
Look where we reach, hello.